Now you never know. Damn, and it happened.
Does Jennifer know about the condition?
Oh, yeah. I said it out loud at the Hoover Dam. Remember balls tingling. I understand.
Did it echo? My ball's tingling, tingling, tingling.
Is it worth stopping? I told you I've driven by the Hoover Dam
Hoover
4
Dam's
times.
really cool. I mean, it's amazing. Jim's been there, too. I mean, when you look at it, it's amazing that, we did that in the 30s. It's pretty wild.
That's the best part.
Yeah, that we did it in the 1930s. Yeah. I mean, it's...
That and the New York subways, which I think we did in the 30s as well, maybe
I don't know.
that.
I have no idea.
That we did those two things. Like, we tunnel under rivers and bays.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, so the book I'm reading right now is called The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. And it's really cool. I was telling Tyler about it. So it talks about it's the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago. And, we bid, and that was a big deal back in the day.
The more you read, our conversations change, by the way.
Maybe. I don't know. But the Eiffel Tower had just been erected in Paris. And so they were trying to do something to blow the Eiffel Tower away. But just what went into the architect back in the 19th century is really crazy. Yeah. I think we cared much more about it back then.
Well, that's why, like I have friends who are like, there's this bridge over here just off 280. It used to be the bridge, but it's the old bridge now. And people are like, God, when are they going to condemn that bridge? It's been there forever. That goes over the Cabo right here on 280.
Have you ever been
the lower road?
The lower road.
Yeah.
I'm like, we used to build things so well in America.
Yeah, you don't have
I'm
to
more worried about the bridge up here,
but
the main 280 than I'm the one down there.
I do worry about this, like when sometimes it gets backed up on 280 and other people go that way, and I've been stuck on that bridge with like 5 or 6 cars.
Is it rated for that?
How much weight can it take right now?
Yeah, just remember, in the 1930s, they built that bridge and the Hoover Dam. They knew what they were doing.
That's right.
Very true.
Yeah.
Man in China has been sued by his neighbor after he spent 10 hours a day blasting, quote, wild ghost noises through the walls after a dispute. Now, when it comes to dealing with neighbors, sometimes you strike it lucky and end up with a good set of people who have no complaints. Other times, however, you end up with people who aren't massively friendly, and you'll argue with them for years and years. Now, in the case of a man known as Lu and Li from China, seems like they have the same names.
They really do, and we only get the last name every time.
Had a dispute with their neighbor, known only as Xi, decided to start trying to scare him. As per the South China Morning Post, 2 men started playing wild ghost noises through the wall for more than 10 hours a day. However, while they targeted Xi, other neighbors ended up hearing the sounds. Now, according to a report, another neighbor who lives 2 floors away was also impacted by the sounds, reported them to officials. Sounds were measured at just under the legal limit, so police were unable to do anything. Disgruntled neighbor won the court case, meaning Lou had to promise not to play any further ghostly sounds. Petty things will do.
Yeah, I don't understand why that was the thing he did, but okay.
And we stay in China here. Chinese video streaming service Tencent Video has launched an all-day streaming channel.
I was expecting a Chinese name.
Tencent Video.
Chinese streaming service, Tencent Video.
This is specifically...
It was the previous owner of TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Specifically for cats and dogs, named Pet TV. By the way, I started a documentary last night it's new on Netflix about chess.com and how it exploded in 2020. Have you watched the whole thing, Forster?
So you've read how many?
Yeah, I actually watched it last night. It's pretty good.
Okay, yeah, I'm only like 10 minutes into it. I started it when I got in bed. But
You've completed 6.
Next Round shirts, Next Round hoodies, and Next Round hats all in one place, nextround.store. Find your favorite piece of gear from your favorite show and put it in your rotation. You never know, you might be in one of our videos showing Next Round gear being worn all over the world. Find all of your favorite Next Round gear by visiting nextround.store. Place an order for you and that big Next Round fan in your life at nextround.store. Look your best at work, at school, at the stadium, or anywhere you go wearing Next Round gear from nextround.store.
Catch up on all of today's Next Round on demand through the podcast platform of your choice. Apple, Spotify, iHeart, or Google Podcasts. Wherever you listen, always like, follow, subscribe, and turn on automatic downloads so you never miss any part of the Next Round.
I'm attorney Alexander Shinar, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the Next Round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
We'll do our first leaderboard update coming up in our, second segment. Hour number one, but second segment here as the Masters gets going over there in what should be a beautiful weather weekend. Probably more Masters excitement up here than ever before. We'll get to that coming up in the second segment. Some college football here to open things off. But I always like to start when there is something that's off the beaten path before we get to the big headlines. And we got our tiers of how we think college football season is going to go in the SEC. But, Tyler, if you'll give me cut number 9. Boy, there's just some things you just never think you're gonna run across when you're throwing shows together. And, we had Kalen DeBoer on yesterday. Mm-hmm. And, our questions were, good. Usually Lance asks always the most interesting questions when we have guys on because he gets off the beaten path a little bit. So I'm watching other stuff last night and this morning. Ryan Day was on a podcast yesterday with Cam Hayward, who I think played at Ohio State, but also a former NFL player. It's the Not Just Football podcast. And this goes back to the halftime interview of Game 1 last year when it looked like Ryan Day had something wrong with his left nipple, maybe a nipple ring.
What?
Here's Cam Hayward. Here's the picture. Remember that interview?
I do not, Jim. And I was watching this game.
Don't remember that.
Oh, the internet blew up. This is Game 1.
Ohio State, Texas.
Yeah, Ohio State, Texas. Here is Cam Hayward going where a few men would go with Ryan Day, talking nipples.
Coach, did you get a nipple ring?
What?
Oh,
I mean, I kind of thought it gave me some street cred there for a second, but unfortunately, no, I'm not that cool like this. I don't know.
Now, that would make you an absolute weirdo.
Yeah. But, show the picture again. Everybody, I remember that day like it was yesterday. That was the big game to start off the season.
Never heard a word about this.
Yeah, I don't remember this either. Yeah.
It was poking out. I can't remember his pregame or the halftime interview right there on Main Fox in, 80-inch television. It was cutting glass. Forrester?
So it's a Photoshop.
Oh, that's why I don't remember it.
It's not a Photoshop.
It was a Photoshop.
It was not a photo. I watched the game, not a Photoshop.
I don't remember anybody bringing
this is that same interview.
I swear to you, Jim, this is the first I've ever heard of this. I watched this game
That's the same interview, right?
Yeah.
Look, right there.
That's unphotoshopped.
That's no nipple ring.
I know, but he's cutting glass here, like nobody's business.
Well, you can nip out without having a nipple ring.
Yeah, those shirts accentuate it too.
Yeah,
that fabric shirt. I am not a fan.
I got that shirt in a baby blue when I wore it for our battle at Boutwell, and that was my big concern. Was
on the camera you were going to be cutting glass.
Yeah, I don't know if it's I think there's probably some girls out there that have this, but
there are
it
girls.
looks like only one
100%.
nipple is cold.
Yeah,
but guys to have
I don't
nipple
know if
rings?
it's just the angle though.
It was the offense. It was the offensive nipple that was cold in that game. If you remember, there was not a lot of offense.
A lot of defense.
We used to work with a guy that had a tongue ring, so I guess nothing should surprise.
Yeah.
Never understood that. Never understood that.
Very painful.
Hey, before we jump into the headlines, what was the question last night at Odie's trivia last night?
The question last night was, which came first, the Masters or the Wizard of Oz?
I knew the first year of the Masters. I'm sure that doesn't surprise anyone.
The Wizard of Oz for me is 1932 for some reason, just off the top of my head. That's the date that drops in my head, 1932.
So a little history I gave everybody at trivia last night. Victor Fleming directed The Wizard of Oz, but also Gone with the Wind, and he did them in the same year.
Can you imagine that?
That's a good year.
That's epics.
That's a good year. Probably made $1,000 that year.
Might have.
Yeah.
He might could have eaten.
I'm going to say the Masters started 1 year before The Wizard of Oz. I'm going to go 31 Masters, 32 Wizard of Oz.
You're in the decade. Brown actually knows the Masters. We'll be celebrating a big one in 8 years.
That's right. 1934 is the first Masters.
1934 for the Masters, 1939 for the Wizard of Oz.
39.
These are the little things you learn when you come out to Odie's Team Trivia. We do that every Wednesday night. Today, we will be at the newer location in Edgewood, right there on Broadway and Homewood.
They're going to have the sod and the azaleas already out. It's going to look like
I'm looking at Laura Rutledge right now. It's going to look like we are broadcasting live from Augusta.
Except we won't look like Laura Rutledge.
We probably will not.
No.
But yeah, join us today, 4 o'clock until. We'll be hanging out. We're going to do a specialty show. We'll have plenty of Bud Light out there. We'll have the great food from Rodney Davis. But a great place to watch the afternoon, the first round of the Masters, right there, Odie's Tavern.
All right, look forward to that. 2 weeks from the NFL draft, we'll get in some risers and fallers later in the show as well. But we start with college football today, and we start with the Florida Gators. Cut number 7, Tyler, if you can. We're getting ready for a big day at Florida. They had a huge one yesterday. Jon Sumrall picked up the best, some people are calling him the best offensive tackle in the 2027 recruiting class. Number 4 overall. I always go to who'd they beat out. Florida beat out Alabama and Ohio State. Pretty good company there.
Beat them.
5+ offensive tackle Max Hiller picks the Florida Gators, helped out by the fact that Phil Troutwine was the O-line coach at Penn State. He's now there at Florida, and so Hiller is a huge get for Jon Sumrall. Today, he's expected to get, in a big battle of blue bloods, he's expected to get his future quarterback. Davin Davidson is making a commitment today, a 4-star quarterback from Sarasota, Florida. And insiders believe that Florida is the leader to get this big quarterback who's a 4-star guy coming out of Sarasota. So future left tackle and future starting quarterback for Jon Sumrall, who seems to be cooking on the recruiting trail down with the Gators.
Well, he's in the mix for 2 other top 10 offensive linemen. He's already signed one of the best athletes coming out of high school. So Jon Sumrall is making the impact. And we said this for years. Florida should be able to recruit itself. And for whatever reason, Dan Mullen didn't do it at a high level. Obviously, Billy Napier didn't do it at a high level. And, for Sumrall to come in and make this impact early on.
I think you're going to see more and more of this, too. You're seeing it at LSU for probably different reasons than you are at Florida and Ole Miss, for that matter. Those two are competing against one another. But I think what you're going to see more and more of is when you struggle and have to make a coaching change and that new coach comes in, I think that's going to be your biggest NIL push you've had in a while, because as play declined the way it did under Sunbelt Billy, it probably was harder and harder to go to the boosters and say, hey, I need $2 million for this quarterback. This guy's going to be a stud. Well, you get the new coach in there, and it's easier to go to the boosters and say, we got to prop this guy up now. Let's go. We've gone out and hired a guy that you're excited about. Let's get the money for these players. So I think a lot of times you're going to see at these major programs, they're going to start with a pretty big recruiting bang.
Yeah, I agree. And whether it works or not, guys like Jon Sumrall and guys like Alex Golish, they instill a lot of energy. So I think boosters are at least believing this is going to be the guy. So, yeah, I think you're spot on there that there is going to be more of a commitment, because you don't want to reset again.
That's right.
What also we like about Jon Sumrall, and the reason especially these guys fell in love with him the first time he was on the show, was just he's unfiltered. He's just a down-to-earth guy who gets out there and says what's on his mind. And you decide whether he's taking a shot at Lane Kiffin or not here. Spring game coming up for the Florida Gators, and Jon Sumrall gets asked about the spring game.
The structure of the scrimmage, some coaches have, made it a little bit of a celebration. You've seen kind of gimmick plays at times. What are you looking to get out of it, and maybe the format? Are you looking for 40 minutes of competitive action or what?
We're going to celebrate playing tackle American football. Okay? We're going to tackle the guy with the football. We need to develop our competitive depth on this roster. I don't feel really good. In full disclosure, I am very uncomfortable with the depth of how competitive we are. And in this league, you better be. We're not there yet at all. It's kind of – it's a little uneasy for me. So we need to challenge some guys to go play football. And here's the other deal. If I said who are the proven players, who are the household names on our defense, you'd say, well, Jaden Woods. He's played 1 year of college football, right? So it's not and I got it. There's some other guys, Miles Graham, Aaron Childs, Bryce. There's some others. But Jaden would be one of the first ones, and he's a first-year player. And so there's still a lot of youth to who we are. And this is a developmental game. I don't know any way you get better at football other than playing football or practicing. Like, you have to go play it. You don't get better by, doing a 3-point contest.
Mm-hmm. So the 3-point contest is where people think he was kind of dragging Kiffin into this, because famously it
was last year.
The Ole Miss spring game last year. I think what was at play there was they had a spring game Kiffin wanted no part of, and the school was like, yeah, we've planned it and we've announced it. And Kiffin's like, well,
we still had a spring portal.
That's right. And Kiffin did not want to play a spring game because he did not want to lose guys in the portal. I mean, in hindsight, to defend Lane Kiffin in this now, he turned it into what he turned it into. In hindsight, if he had played a traditional spring game, might somebody have seen something in Trinidad Chambliss playing with the twos?
Yes.
And they're like, why would you
possibly.
go sit behind Austin Simmons? Come play for me. And that would have changed the entire landscape of Ole Miss this season.
But
maybe even, I'm sorry, Lance, maybe even change Kiffin's career. Like, without Chambliss, is Kiffin still the coach at LSU? I don't know.
Well, who am I to defend Lane Kiffin? But guess what? It worked out. I mean, Ole Miss can shoot threes, but, boy, they made a deep run in the plallayoffs.
They did. It worked for them,
It was the best season in their school history. So if I was Pete Golding, I'd probably go out there and let them shoot free throws again.
Well, I think I feel like, free throws are kind of boring, aren't they? I feel like Sumrall's taking more a shot at what football has become. That felt like I'm an old school guy. I want to go
starting
hit
off, we're going to play some tackle football.
That's right. And the most obvious thing you could think of is what Ole Miss did last year as an example of what we're not going to do.
Let's get to our tiers that we put together, brought to you today in part by our friends at Hoover Toyota, Lance. Throughout the show, you'll be hearing the name Hoover Toyota. We'll be updating the Masters leaderboard thanks to our friends at Hoover Toyota. But their inventory is just second to none. And, boy, I tell you what, you always can tell who's got the best models in a group of years. You ride around right now or just look in a parking lot and you see Toyota, another brand, Toyota.
Well, you're a NASCAR guy. How's Toyota? How's it running right now?
Running pretty good. Just the name Reddick resonates.
I mean, look, I had heard from years how reliable, how the Toyota holds its value, and finally pulled the trigger. Daughter's in a Toyota. I'm in a Toyota. Absolutely loving it. They have the best inventory, best on-site financing department as well. Get in, see Kim, Scott, Harold, all the fine folks conveniently located right there in Hoover. They've got that red carpet program. They want to make sure they make you a customer for life. They are going to take care of everything. I'm telling you, the buying experience was incredible. Whatever you want. If they don't have it, they'll find it for you. Get in today, Highway 150, conveniently right there in Hoover, or check out the inventory and great financing options online, hoovertoyota.com.
The College Football Spotlight
is presented by our guy Alexander Shinara. Shinara Trial Attorneys. They are the group that has recovered more than $2 billion for their clients. That is billion with a B. That is a lot of money. Alexander Shinara, though, is a Birmingham guy. Birmingham born, Birmingham bred, and he could have built this firm anywhere. It's one of the best in the world. He chose to build it in Birmingham. And you fast forward now 25 years later, they employ more than 150 attorneys, more than 500 dedicated team members. And when I say dedicated, they're dedicated to winning for you. So much so, they're not even going to charge you a dime unless they win that case. Shinara.com. Shinara.com. Any issue you face legally, Shinara.com.
Okay, so last week, Brooks had us rank quarterbacks, and we'll bring that back later in the show. I got a little test for everybody. But we were challenged by Brooks. Tell everybody what you told us to do, Brooks.
So I challenged the panel to do a tier system ranking, and we've got 5 different tiers. I'll let Jim unveil them in just a few moments, but basically put the teams going into 2026, how you expect, what tier you would place them in based off the names I provided you.
The bottom tier, before you put the graphic up, I'll just run through the tiers, and then we're going to unveil bottom to top. Okay, guys?
All right.
Rebuild and pray. We were asked to put 3 teams there. Bowl bound, hopefully, 4 teams there. Solid but not great, which is a bowl team, 4 teams there. College football playoff contenders, or as I took it, playoff teams, 4 teams there. And then the top dog, the team we think wins the SEC, 1 team. And we've all got our columns there. So we'll unveil one, and then we'll discuss, and then we'll work our way up.
Yeah,
yes,
for the record,
Lance.
I thought top dog was probably the most difficult, or rebuild and pray. The very opposite ends, because it's difficult to identify just one team in this league. just based on the history of it. But, I thought the playoff contender was probably the easiest.
All right. So let's I start at the bottom for a reason, to your point, Lance. So we'll go mine first. Well, the whole line. There's the whole line. We all have Arkansas. We all have Mississippi State. Lance and I have Kentucky. Brown has South Carolina all the way down there. I'll start with you, Brown. With South Carolina down there, they were one of the teams I brought up in teasing this segment yesterday. You got Lenore Sellers.
You do.
You got a great defensive end. You've got a great wide receiver. You got three guys who very easily could be first or second rounds in the NFL draft next year, and you've got them. That would be 16th, 15th, or 14th in the league on that rebuild and pray model there.
Yeah, you had a lot of that same stuff last year too.
I would imagine you don't have Shane Beamer coming back as coach at South Carolina.
Listen, and I like Shane Beamer.
Doesn't look like you
but
do.
It's a truth. This is just spitting the truth, man. The truth of the matter is, we will not have all 16 coaches back in the SEC next year. You guys will grant me that, right?
That's fact.
Somebody's got to lose their job. And I think Shane Beamer is in danger of doing so.
I think 2 years ago, we made it through a whole year without anybody losing.
And that was a very, very odd.
So that's one out of how many? So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, we're not going to do it again.
I mean, I thought about South Carolina in this spot. I like Sellers a lot, and I like his ceiling, but – we're talking about a team that was 4-8, and of those 8 losses,
with a lot of those parts Jim's talking about.
Yeah, and those 8 losses, only 2 were one possession games, and one of them was when they blew. Were they up 30 or 28?
Was it 28-3 going to the half or something like that?
It was a game you can't lose.
30. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what it was.
30-3.
30-3 You got to close that game out.
Shane Beamer was celebrating like he won the game.
That was the bad luck.
And they lost 6-7 to finish out the year. So ultra hot seat for Shane Beamer coming into the year.
Yeah.
All right. We just lost our screen in here, so that may impact a little bit.
But let me quickly say, while Scott gets that reset, that it ultimately came down to Kentucky and South Carolina for me. You both had Kentucky in there. I just feel like Will Stein might find a little pop this year. So ultimately, the main reason, Jim, South Carolina is in that bottom tier for me is that I thought Will Stein might be able to maybe squeeze a little bit more out of Kentucky.
Yeah.
And I was surprised you've got Kentucky there because you were hyping Kentucky up.
I do think I'm buying the future I think the recruiting and the portal is turning around
this year.
You just can't do it this quick. Mississippi State, I think that program's improving, Lance. It's better than it was.
But somebody's got to be here.
Yeah,
it's just hard to win.
State went from no conference wins to only one last year, but watching them, it looked like a night and day team at times.
Well,
so I do think Levy's done a better job with there, but we've got 16 of these teams. Unfortunately, this is just kind of where they are locked in.
But State was so close. Lost to both Texas and Tennessee in overtime.
That's right.
It's easily games they could have won.
Forrester, can you put the graphic back up? But don't unveil the next one yet. I want to just talk about people see them here real quick. With Arkansas there, that's a program I didn't love their coaching hire. I feel like you guys all feel sort of the same way. How tempted were you? And don't unveil where you have them yet, but how tempted were you just out of default to have Vandy there?
Oh, I was tempted. You got a true freshman quarterback starting. They're coming off the best season in school history with arguably the most productive player in school history. I just don't think they can continue to capture lightning in the bottle. So, yeah, I had them right there on that fringe.
I actually think Clark Lee can keep them bowl contending, which is the next category. So that's why perhaps that's where I have them. But I think Clark Lee can keep them in the bowl contention. I really do. Well, nobody's ever done that consistently at Vandy.
And back to Arkansas, I thought Sam Pittman was a better fit than Ryan Silverfield. I thought they had a really good quarterback last year, at least an explosive quarterback in Taylon Green, and they still didn't win a conference game, and they were 2-10 overall. So I think they're in a worse spot this year.
And they had Bobby Petrino.
Yeah, I think actually they will. If you had to hold me down, I would think that they are the bottom of the conference. Of course, they were last year, so that's not really going out on a limb.
Yeah,
that's where I put them. I put them Arkansas at the bottom. I did this in order, and I had Kentucky 14, Mississippi State 15, and Arkansas 16. Bowl-bound, hopefully. 4 teams here, unveil them. We've all got Florida. We've all got Vandy.
Mm-hmm.
and you two have Auburn.
Yep.
I've got Missouri. We throw in South Carolina. Brown's got Kentucky. Let's go Florida first. I just told you about their big recruit. We love Jon Sumrall. Bowl bound, hopefully. That's 6 wins or more in that neighborhood. It's going to take him time? Give me a thought on Florida.
Well, look, I mean, their schedule is, a schedule that is somewhat doable, especially if they're able to get by Auburn early. But at times, I mean, you start to look at this. I mean, I could see everything breaks right. They have an incredible, 9-3 first year under Sumrall, but I could also see 6-6 or 5-7.
Yeah, to Lance's point, that game in Jordan-Hare Saturday, September 19th might be the difference in being in this category and the bottom category. Like, I think it's going to be that tight for Florida and perhaps Auburn too. But I'm with Lance. I mean, it's not the worst schedule in the world. I think you can find 6 wins on this schedule and sneak into a bowl game, which is an improvement for Florida, and it's an improvement for Auburn.
Yeah, I think looking at the schedule, they're going to be favored in 6 or 7 games, at least going into the season. Could get better, could get worse. But I think Florida is probably 6-6, 7-5.
We've all got Vandy there. You lose a quarterback who I feel like covered up a lot of stuff. I think you guys do too, right? He made up for a lot of holes.
And I think everybody focuses on the loss of Diego Pavia, and I get it, but Eli Stowers is a big, big loss for them. He and Pavia they were on the same page. That guy was...
Looks like he's going to move to wide receiver at the next level at the NFL.
Yeah,
they're talking about moving him around a bit.
Yeah, that guy was the difference in punting, 3rd and 5 conversion or punting on 4th and 5. He was just that good. Stowers is a big loss for them. And I know Pavia is too, Lance. I'm not trying to sugarcoat that, but they do have a 5-star recruit that's supposed to dive in there. I mean, we'll see if he's any good. Who knows any 5-star recruit at Vanderbilt?
If you can give me the graphic so we can look at a couple of others here. So Florida, Vandy, we all have across the board. You guys go Auburn here. Why Auburn?
Well,
I've got to see it first. It's been a while for Auburn. I have bit, every other year it seems like that they're going to be much better. I do think that they will be improved, but how much improved? A game or 2?
I mean, 7-5 I think would be a good year in the first year for Alex Gillish. Auburn hasn't had a winning season since 2019.
I'll be more interested to see how you got them above this category.
Yes, I want you to defend.
I would tell you Auburn. It was Auburn, Missouri were my transfer spots, and I went with the better quarterback in my opinion. I put the lesser quarterback in this level, Austin Simmons, who wins the job. I just haven't seen as much from him as I have from Byrum Brown, and that's why I put Missouri here. Unveil the next one, solid but not great. I mean, bowl bound, hopefully to me, is that 5 to 7 win category. So that would you guys have Auburn battling to get basically back to Birmingham.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, 7-5. I think it'd be a good year.
Yeah. See, I'm surprised we've all got Oklahoma here. That's going to be my first surprise, but we do all here. So there's Auburn for me. And again, on my sheet, Auburn, Missouri was the transfer spot for me. So, and I went with the better quarterback. On this level, we've all got Oklahoma, we've all got Tennessee, we've all got Ole Miss. So if I had flipped Missouri and Auburn, we'd all be identical here at this point forward. So let's go Oklahoma first. This is not in the playoffs.
Yeah. And I think Venables did a really good job last year, especially with the defense. But, the Mateer Arbuckle experience was not good in year 1, but they still won 10 games. They hosted a playoff game.
And they blew it.
Yeah, they did that game. I mean, they had a double-digit lead over Alabama. They looked to be dominating that game early, and it just kind of flipped around. But do you think Oklahoma can – I mean, this is one of those teams that can win anywhere from 7 to 10 games again?
Well, here's why, and I know I get, labeled as Brown's always going to look at the schedules, but, I mean, I did look at the schedules on this, and here's why I put Oklahoma here, Jim. I think there's a good shot they start 2-2. And if you're 2-2,
2-3,
yeah.
Well, I'm just going to say 2-2 going into the bye week. And if you're 2-2, you have lost any margin for error in terms of making the college football playoff.
And for those who don't know, that's 2-2 before you even get to the Texas game.
That's right, because they're at Michigan week 2 and at Georgia week 4. I think there's. They're lucky to go 1-1 in that. I think they'll be 0-2 in that. And then you're coming out of bye to play Texas in your big rivalry game, and you got no margin for error. You're a desperate team already.
And you'll be an underdog against Texas, neutral site. At that point, let's just say they're 2-3. Then they've got a very manageable schedule. But to say in that last month they're going to be able to win in Gainesville, knock off Ole Miss, A&M, and win in Columbia, Missouri, I just don't see it. So at that point, I think they're like an 8-4 team this year, which is going to be a step back, and it's going to be really disappointing for Oklahoma fans.
The playoff teams, after we tell you about our friends at Hemp Hill Services, they bring you Lance's Lock every day, lanceslock.com. And if you're following the Braves, they're off to a good start. Before you tell us about Lance's Lock, we're historic in Major League Baseball right now. Never before, on any day in Major League Baseball history, after 10 games, have we had this many teams in one league above 500. 13 of 15 teams in the National League are above 500.
Interleague play helps out.
We finally have parity, and it's not going to matter because there's only one good National League team.
Yeah, 13 of 15 above 500. That means there are only 5 American League teams that are above 500 right now.
So we have Major League Baseball action up and available right now. We also have some match plays in the first round of the Masters. Got multiple plays up and available. Jump on board. Free play every single day at lanceslog.com. It is always brought to you by our friends at Hemp Hill Services. Whether you experience plumbing, heating, cooling, any of these issues, home or business. Did I see it's going to be 90 this weekend?
88 in Augusta, so that sounds about 90 here.
Yeah.
I thought it was high 80s.
Because it's, it was in the 40s in Augusta this morning.
51 here.
But I did hear it was going to kiss 90. So you got to make sure that AC is ready to keep up with this changing weather. 205-229-2090. Adam, Chad, Andrew, the guys here. Tell them the next round sent you. Hard to stop a train. For more information, hemphillservices.com.
In my world, I kiss 32 with tight lips. I open mouth kiss 90. I love 90 plus.
Never. Tyler's look on his face. What? Never complain about the hot weather, man. After the January we had.
Yeah, I love the heat, man. I love the heat.
Am I the only one in the office that prefers it cold?
Oh,
perhaps.
Yeah, I would rather have hot than cold.
Scott's going to back me up. Thank you, Scott.
Give me cold.
Yeah,
on the outside?
40 degrees and under all day.
Are
every
you
day.
kidding me? Outside or in here? Because it's
outside.
40 degrees and under in here quite frequently.
That's right.
That's different.
I was joking with Brown
degrees
yesterday.
In here in the summer.
Yeah, I was joking with Brown yesterday. My wardrobe doesn't change up here, whether it's January or July. I'm dressed in some kind of a hoodie or something.
Always dressed for the cold,
Yeah, I don't understand people that like cold weather.
I really don't either. Yeah, why do you live in the South?
I don't understand people who like for it to be 98.
Yeah.
Cause.
Now, look, there's no denying.
That's miserable.
If we're just going from a fashion standpoint, the fall and winter wardrobes are much better. Outerwear is great. But if we're just talking about comfortable, it's got to be. You can't be comfortable in the cold.
I mean, look.
I'm far more comfortable in the cold, just like dressed like this.
Well, yeah,
just in a light hoodie and pants.
Now, what we had yesterday, if I could get that every day of my life, I'd take that. I'm not saying I wouldn't take what we had yesterday. That's a spectacular day.
There's only one reason people live in Los Angeles.
That's right.
It's because of the weather.
Because you get yesterday every day of the year in Los Angeles, just about.
Yeah, I all of a sudden, my wife has turned into brown. When we sleep now, we're down to 65 degrees in the house, and I've caught her at 64 lately, and I'm a cold person. I am under so many blankets in that bed now, but I sleep so much better now because it is so cold.
Tell Maggie I've been in menopause for years. I've always wanted it cold. You just unbelievable sleep when it's cold, and doctors will tell you that if it's cold, you sleep better. Oh yeah, 100%. That's a proven
the Bears
fact.
were way ahead of this.
Yeah.
All right, our top tiers, the playoff teams, not the top dog, but the playoff teams in college football. In the SEC here, there's the unveil. Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Texas A&M, identical.
Right across the board.
So you can go ahead and give us the top dog across the top. Texas is it for everybody across the top there. So
again, we might get this wrong. I thought it was relatively easy.
Well, it was either Texas or Georgia for me.
Which is why we did it bottom up. If I had chose Austin Simmons and the Missouri roster over the Auburn roster, we would have been identical from basically bowl teams up in the SEC on how we think things play out.
So we'll somehow get this wrong. Texas will lose 3 games again.
We've put a lot of faith in. In Texas.
Oklahoma will be the surprise team.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, we all have Ole Miss not in the playoffs.
That would be incredible if Pete Golden got into the playoffs.
With Trinidad Chambliss and Kejuan Lacey back.
He's got the best returning starting quarterback.
Yeah, there's no doubt. But, I mean, would you guys not be shocked for the first time ever that they're playing meaningful games deep in the year, that they're there back-to-back years?
I absolutely would be. And it just, Jim, and I think you both probably had the same thought process I had.
You almost said processes.
Processes. Arch got better as the season went.
Oh.
You guys would have to admit that.
You can't even argue that.
Yeah,
I mean, he was one of the better quarterbacks in college football in November.
And you've added weapons.
Cam Coleman.
Sarkisian's a terrific offensive mind. I mean, it's just, boy, if Texas can't do it this year, I don't know that they ever will.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is national championship or bust. A couple of years ago when Ohio State finished the deal, when it was national championship or bust going into the season, I feel the exact same thing about Texas.
Okay. Later in the show when we bring this back, we're going to do two things. We're going to look at our quarterback rankings, and I got a scientific study that I want to just compare our quarterback rankings and our tier rankings. and we're going to take the graphic you just saw, and I'm going to tell you that I'm going to ask you one team that you think we've messed up the most on. The one team you think we've messed up the most on that we need to move. All right, that's later in the show. When we come back, we'll look at the leaderboard from the Masters, and we'll jump into some other things going on around the college sports world. This show being brought to you by our friends at Inverness Country Club. LT, ask him the question.
I know the answer because I know he is going to be at Odie's today at 4 o'clock.
That is correct.
I would assume you're playing tomorrow.
That is correct.
There you go.
Yes.
The Inverness Country Club memberships that fit everyone. Best days happen there. Maybe you relocated or retired. Great place to network is the Inverness Country Club. Newly renovated clubhouse and dining. Maybe you work from home. What about working from the club while they watch your kid? Childcare, massive plus. Stop in, see Aaron for more information and to check out memberships, ICCalabama.com.
Follow Brownie on Twitter and Instagram at Ryan Brown Live.
I'm attorney Alexander Shinar, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
Your representation is made that the quality of legal services being performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from The Next Round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off. Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie-cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness.
Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop, rare quality, well-done service.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
This spring, make it a week the whole family will remember. The region's tradition, presented by Coca-Cola, returns to Greystone for championship golf and family fun. Watch legendary players compete, enjoy activities for all ages, and experience the excitement on and off the course. Don't forget to stop by Hole 10 following play on Saturday for a live concert featuring Blues Traveler. This is a week you don't want to miss. April 29th through May 3rd. Get your tickets now.
When you think of Birmingham, it's hardworking people that go out each and every day to provide for their families, and that's how we want our team in our play on the field. Join us April 18th as we take on the Orlando Storm. United we ride.
Ain't no party like a Dega party. The noise, the chaos, the will to survive. The biggest, boldest, brashest, fastest, and most intimidating track in all of NASCAR. Only one place calls that home. At Talladega, anything can happen. And at this super speedway, everything usually does. Hell yeah, boys! NASCAR weekend at Talladega Super Speedway, April 24th through the 26th. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
There are nights that Forrester has to shut me down on texting him stuff for the show, especially when it's late at night. Sometimes I forget what time it is.
That didn't happen last night.
That's Forrester's wife that shut you down there.
Yeah. Last night, Maggie and I were hanging out, and for some reason I had turned I usually my text, I don't have any sound at all, but for some reason last night I had a ding was going.
Yeah.
Ding. And I got a couple of dings, and Maggie's like, okay, your phone's making a noise. Go check it out. And it was a rarity. I'd gotten a couple of things from Forrester first.
Wow.
He had started the conversation. One of them was a video about what's going on down at Jordan-Hare Stadium. And Forrester has that video, and he is playing Sherlock Forrester back there and putting two and two together. Show us the video, Forrester, and tell us what you think's happening here.
Oh, well, what I sent you last night wasn't a video.
Oh, it wasn't? Was it graphic?
No, it was not.
I didn't click on it.
Clearly not.
And there's really no Sherlocking it.
It's been announced now. Yeah.
It's been announced.
Okay. Last night you were Sherlocking it. The video that is Auburn is going to host a international soccer game down at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Argentina, they've got Lionel Messi in the poster. He plays for Argentina sometimes.
Will he certainly be playing for Argentina?
I don't know if that's guaranteed or not.
Yeah, what if he charges for his likeness?
Yeah, you could use it in
I'll sell some extra tickets.
Somewhere and something's going to be rosters will be set at a later date. No free real.
Hey, you know who's really fired up about this?
Who?
Our own Tyler Johns.
Yeah.
You can be there, Tyler.
If Messi's there.
Yeah, but the blonde hair.
That's like,
what if
the
Odyssey drops the same day?
What's that?
What if the Odyssey drops the same day?
The blonde hair guy next to Messi that plays for Iceland, isn't he a pretty popular Premier League guy too? Isn't he that big 6'4", 6'5" guy? No.
Maybe.
A pretty popular guy. The guy that's got blonde hair.
You know, the 6'4", 6'5".
You know, I don't know his name. Anyway,
the blonde guy from Iceland.
Yeah, the blonde hair, blue eye guy from Iceland.
Looks like one of the Heward brothers.
Yeah, but Argentina's going to play a.
You're thinking of the Swedish number 9.
Yeah, this is the road to the World Cup, though, right? These are the teams that are coming over, so that's why you may get Messi. It's a World Cup year here in the U.S., so these teams are coming to the States. And they're going to play some friendlies warm-up games for the World Cup, and Jordan-Hare Stadium's going to host one of those games.
That's actually really cool. I mean, the only high-level soccer game I've ever been to was the Olympic game. I think we all went to at Legion Field.
Yeah.
I was not there, but
oh, I'm sorry. You were there?
I was
there.
As a
young Tyler there.
You were in the crib.
Dang, son. But that would be a cool event, and I would imagine very big I don't know how Iceland travels. I think Argentine fans travel pretty well to watch their team.
I would think. I doubt the Icelandic is going to be rolling over here. I got to stop real quick. That was 1996.
That was.
I wasn't living in town.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was going to say you weren't alive.
Yeah.
I went to the one at Legion Field for the women's victory tour.
Oh, okay. All right. I bet that was cool too.
It was cool. I didn't know there was another.
Yeah, Matt didn't work there.
We actually hosted part of the Olympics here in 1996.
Oh, I thought that was just all in Atlanta.
No, back in the 1900s. Soccer, that have had big enough stadiums to play their way into Athens in the championship rounds, and we had some preliminary games here. including the game we were at, which was
the United States
versus
Colombia, as I remember.
It was either Colombia or Argentina.
It was one of the soccer nations.
It was a baby blue wearing team.
Yeah, we score early. I mean, really early, like right after kickoff.
And I thought we were going to shock the world. I'm telling everybody in the press box. Well, I wasn't in the press box. We were off to the side of the press box in those suites, and I was like, why don't we just kick it in the stands for 90 minutes?
Place goes.
Just keep kicking it into the stands.
Place goes insane. I mean, you can't imagine in Sweet Home Alabama, the United States scores first. Place goes insane. I don't know that we got another shot on goal.
Oh, I'm not sure we got across midfield.
Now, I missed an entire period because I was in Legion Field drink lines. So I missed an entire period of the game.
Yeah. One of Maggie and mine, I mean, it may have been date 3 for us. And she was nice enough to be in the beer line for me, so I didn't miss any action.
Wow, and now she controls the thermostat. What you're spending on video games.
The difference
golfing.
between dating and being married.
That's right.
Yeah, kick it to the stands. That's all I was screaming. Just kick it out of bounds. Just kick it out of bounds.
Was that the roster where the Spin Doctors lead singer was playing for America?
I'm not going to remember.
Alexis Lawless?
Yeah.
He was on that team. Absolutely. All right, so Jordan-Hare Stadium hosting
That's
soccer.
cool.
Yeah,
Are they doing that at a lot of different stadiums?
Texas A&M, I know, is hosting one. I don't know who else is hosting one. Hopefully, there's some NIL. If you're an Auburn fan, tied, gate, receipt, something goes to your NIL.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Kalshi brings you your bets on the Masters. We'll get to the Masters later in this segment, football first, but you can play a lot of games there at Kalshi.
Yeah, look, in Masters first-round matchups, if you want to take a position on anything Masters-related, Brad, I don't know if you've got it pulled there. What did you play at Kalshi? Again, very important. Download the app, Kalshi. Put in that code TNR. When you trade $10, you get $10 back.
First round leader Xander Schauffele. I got a position on a number of birdies today, Xander Schauffele, and I have a position on winning the tournament, Xander Schauffele.
Uh-oh. Boy, WD coming up today for Schauffele.
Has he arrived at the course yet?
Let me check. I did not play him with one of my 4. Thank God.
Xander Schauffele, I'm all in on him winning this tournament.
Yeah, I could tell. You can play the Masters. Scotty Scheffler is the favorite to win right now at Kalshi, just edging out Jon Rahm. And in third is Xander Schauffele, who is making up ground on Jon Rahm. You can play that in anything else, including pop culture, politics, crypto, climate, economics, many other things at Kalshi. Kalshi.com and the Kalshi app. When you download the Kalshi app or go to Kalshi.com, make sure to use code TNR. That gets you $10 on your first $10 position, legal in all 50 states with our friends at Kalshi.
And our friends at Way to Wellness, your journey to healthy living. Go see Leslie and her board-certified team right there. Aplanforme.com is their website, aplanforme.com, because they have a plan that is different for every person. No cookie-cutter plan. Every plan is different. Mine would be different from Brownies, from Foresters. You know what I'm saying here. For me, I use protein bars to maintain my weight loss. I eat one for Monday through Friday breakfast, and I have one in the middle of the show, one mid-afternoon. It keeps me from bad snacking throughout the day. At night, if I want it for dessert, I'll throw that 4th protein bar in there, and that's my plan. That's what works for me. Find out what your plan is at planforme.com. Planforme.com. Way to Wellness, your journey to healthy living. No contracts and no sign-up fee, and that first consultation is absolutely free. Yesterday on the show, Kalen DeBoer was here with us. He was in the hour number 3. If you want to go back and hear the whole interview with Kalen DeBoer. Tyler, if you'll give me cut number 1 here. Here's Kalen DeBoer talking with Lance about improving the run game.
Yeah, I think across the board, everyone takes some type of ownership. Starts with me, what's it look like in practice and what are we really focused on? What are the drills and the physicality? What those type of things. Technically, are we doing drills offensively versus defensively? What's the scout team look like? What's not just what their scheme, but what's the caliber of the scout team, look like that you're going against every day? Because you can look really good in practice and it just be against guys that, don't give you much resistance, but what does it look like there? The coordinators are, of course, on each side of the ball are evaluating their schemes along with the position coaches. There's a lot of young faces. There's a lot of guys from tight end to running back to offensive linemen, where there were some young faces and some new faces. So across the board, you're just looking to be better in all those areas. And I found that just generally speaking, not just about the run game, that if you can just have a little improvement in all these different areas, it's amazing what it can look like no matter what you're doing. And in this case, obviously we got to be better with the running the football.
Well, look, it was embarrassing last year. I mean, I'm
to
talking like
the point that you get into big games and you're like, you're not even trying to run anymore.
No, monumentally embarrassing. One of the reasons that a lot of people thought that they had no shot against Oklahoma on the road is they were so one-dimensional. But I don't know if this will blow you guys away or not. So the entirety of the team last year rushed for less than 1,600 yards. 1,562. 3.4 a carry, 21 total touchdowns. This might not be fair, but I went back to 2015 Derrick Henry. 2015 Derrick Henry, 2,200 yards over, not even close, blew him out of the water. Averaged 5.6 per carry.
So when you said 22 over, that's 2,200 more yards.
2,219 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying it flew
yards.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're talking about roughly 700 more yards from one individual. Then I think it's a collection of like 20, 25 players that had touches. And 28 touchdowns, 7 more touchdowns rushing from one individual just a decade ago.
And I think I can remember off the top of my head, Henry, I've brought it up before because it's a testament to Lane Kiffin's dedication to running the football, which often gets overlooked. He gets viewed as this guy likes to chunk it all over the field. He actually loves running the football.
But real quick, he had 395
yards. That's what it says, 395 carries. That's a testament to how much he likes to run.
It's a ton, but you know how many carries Alabama had last year?
Looking at it right now, 466.
Yes. I mean, again, this was historically embarrassing.
It was. And one coach lost his job partially because of this. When you look at last year's stats in the SEC and you see Alabama 15th in yards per game rushing and LSU 16th, what in the world has happened? I mean,
LSU doesn't surprise me just because that's where they become.
Well, it just surprises me that they're there. Not that
your point is, you go back to any Vern broadcast from Vern and Gary 2008 to 2015, that Alabama LSU game in Baton Rouge or Tuscaloosa. It was you had to check helmets for cracks.
I would say Derrick Henry and Leonard Fournette are rolling over in their graves, but neither of them are dead. I mean, for them to watch that product and think what we used to do at these two places and now they can't even do it is just remarkable to look at. I mean, when you see Alabama and LSU at the very bottom of the SEC rushing.
What I thought was important, what Kalen said there was the offensive line's got to get a little bit better. But it wasn't just him. It's got to be a little bit better play calling. When you're calling run plays, how you're calling run plays. And the running backs. Because there were times, if you watch on TV or if you're at the games, you could see, okay, they looked like they blocked that really well. The guys just didn't hit the right hole, or they were hesitant going into the hole. They were running and stopping at the hole. It was a combination. To be that bad, it wasn't just the offensive line. It wasn't just the running back. It wasn't just Ryan Grubb and play calling of when he called and how he called. It wasn't just the O-line coach. It was, to be that bad, it took everybody being that bad.
Now, the O-line coach got fired, so, or departed, however you want to word that, but he's not back. The offensive line coach is not back. You got a new one. I also thought it was interesting. This is the thing that I think we fans don't think about, those of us that didn't play the game. The scout team. Like, he talked a long time in that soundbite about we got to make sure we're giving them a realistic look on scout so that they we don't have a false sense of confidence in our run game. That, we can run it on the scout team all day in practice. Well, guess what? The scout team's not an SEC defense. You got to give a good look on the scout team so you can get better and know how to run the football. I thought that was pretty
They still should have been able to see that, because when you watch this,
I wonder how bad they were against the scout team.
Like, I like Jam Miller and, I like Daniel Hill. I think A.K. Deer's he does have potential as far as explosive plays, but both Miller and Hill, they look slow.
Yep.
I mean, they couldn't hit holes. I know there weren't a lot of holes to hit. But it's hard to have three guys that almost had 60-plus carries each, and all three average less than 4 yards per carry. That's hard to do in college football.
Yeah. So that was Alabama. Go see the whole interview with Kalen DeBoer wherever you get our video and audio podcast, Apple and Spotify, and, of course, on our YouTube channels and everything on social media at Next Round Live. Before we do a leaderboard update, tell us about Central State Bank Brownie.
That is the bank that is big enough to meet every single need you have, but they're also small enough to know you because they're a community bank, a bank that works on your team, a bank where the decision makers that are deciding that future for you banking-wise that might lead to buying a car or starting a business, any sort of thing that falls in between any of those are people that live in your community, work in your community, go to church, go to the ball fields in your community. Central State Bank is rooted in community, family-owned, community-focused, and built on trust for more than 100 years with you every step of the way. Central State Bank, driven by relationships, member FDIC.
The leaderboards throughout the Masters today and tomorrow on the show brought to you by our friends at Hoover Toyota. Lance, tell us about Hoover Toyota, and Brown's going to update us on who's at the top of the leaderboard.
Incredible inventory, fantastic on-site financing options. Stop in, see our friends at Hoover Toyota, conveniently located Highway 150. Make sure you tell Scott, Harold, Kim, all the fine folks there, the next round sent you for more information and to check out the inventory, HooverToyota.com.
Somebody in our staff draft has Patrick Reed, and they've got some early good news because Patrick Reed is your leader after a birdie on 1 to start his day, followed by an eagle on 2. He is at 3 under par, and that gives him a one-shot lead over 60-year-old Jose Maria Olazabal, who just shot a 234 on the front nine at age 60. That's pretty dang impressive.
That's impressive.
It really is. Sam Burns, Dunaway, SEC Power Sam Burns is at 2 under par.
Georgia.
LSU, yeah. Kit Yama at 2 under par as well. Also, Tommy Fleetwood, a popular play by many this week at 2 under par through 3 holes.
All right, so that's where we are in the Hoover Toyota leaderboard there. I went with Xander Schauffele. I had a reason why.
All right.
For the record, I went Matt Fitzpatrick.
Okay.
Oh, Schauffele with a birdie on 2. He's 1 under.
Okay, off to a good start.
Yeah.
91 golfers. Am I right about that?
Sounds right. Yep.
Okay. Nobody's ever won the Masters in their debut.
That is correct. No, that isn't correct. Fuzzy Zeller. Nobody has done it since Fuzzy Zeller in 1979.
It's been a while.
Okay, we're off to a bad start. I had nobody wins in their debut.
Well, they really don't. I mean, that's one guy since 1934.
Yeah,
I mean,
1 in 50 years.
Yeah, okay. I'm willing to say nobody does it.
So take out 22 golfers. That gets us down to 69. This is from Golf Bet, by the way. Golf Bet. B-E-T, Golf Bet. Nobody over 50 wins the Masters.
I mean, I think
Phil gave it a run, right?
Yeah, Phil has been close. Tiger and Jack are going to be your 2 oldest.
Yeah, that takes us.
I think both were 46.
Couples give it a run?
He's never gotten that close, that old.
It takes out 6 golfers. That gets us to 63. 26 of the last 28 have finished in the top 30 the prior year.
Okay.
So that loses 14 golfers in this field. That gets us down to 49. Since 1998, the winner has made the cut the previous year.
Yeah. You're
going to lose who missed it last year? Big guy who was at Live and has come back.
Brooks Koepka.
Brooks Koepka missed the cut last year. That takes out 10 golfers. That gets us down to 39. 14 of the last 16 winners have finished in the top 6 of a major the prior year. So the top 6 in the prior major, that's going to take out 19 golfers. Prior 2 years, 19 golfers. So we're down to 20. Okay?
We're getting there.
16 of the last 17 winners are top 50 in driving distance. Very important there at Augusta. Takes out 7 golfers. That includes Matsuyama, who I think won it, right?
Yeah, he's a past champion.
2021, I think.
English, who was popular
Harris
up here.
English, Georgia Bulldog.
Morikawa, who is popular up here, is not a top 50 guy.
His problem is he's hurt, too.
Fitzpatrick is in this list, not top 50 guy.
Not worried.
Cantlay, who I think I took in our little office pool, is not a top 50 driver, so he's out as well.
Much less emphasis on driving accuracy there than distance. There's no doubt. And that's why distance, because those guys can really crank it because there's not a huge penalty for inaccuracy off the tee there.
Like there is at the U.S. Open.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. 13 of 14 of the past champions have at least 3 or more PGA Tour wins. That takes out Aberg, by the way.
Yeah. Ludwig Oberg, who is very, very, I mean, he's been around a while, but he is still very young.
He's one of my 4. I like Oberg.
Yeah, he's playing well.
That gets us down to 12. Last 7 champions have an under par average at Augusta National.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of what you've got here is track record, which is very, very important at this place.
And that takes out Bryson DeChambeau, who is for his whole career at Augusta National is not under par.
Yeah, a guy who once said it basically plays as a par 68 for me.
And +1 through 2 is DeChambeau.
Yep. Scotty Scheffler gets out once since 2006 pre-tournament. The pre-tournament favorite hasn't won since 2006.
Wow. I'm surprised at that, honestly.
So the pre-tournament favorite hasn't won since 2006.
So, but before Tiger had his win,
the pre-tournament favorite was always Tiger.
It was Tiger every year.
No, you're right about that.
And then it's been Rory, and Roy finally broke through last year, but it was Scheffler.
That was the pre-tournament favorite. You're right.
So that takes Scheffler out. Defending champ never wins this. Hasn't won it since 2002, defending champ, so it takes Rory out. Anyway, you go through all of Golf Bet, 91-1. Golf Bet tells you the winner, Xander Schauffele.
That's how you got there.
I like you got a system.
Xander Schauffele. I picked Xander Schauffele off the fly yesterday. I came across that from Golf Bet this morning. This morning, and I was like, heck yeah! Because it was one of those Instagram stories that's like 91-1. So I slid the window and it took out these golfers, and I slid it down. I was like, I wonder who the one's going to be. And I slid down, and when I got to the Scheffler screen, I was like, oh, it's not going to be Scotty Scheffler? And then it was not Rory, and it's Xander Schauffele. And I was like, I accidentally picked him.
Completely accidental.
Yeah, the thing that's so frustrating about, like, whether you're wagering on this and you see a guy, like right now, the way Patrick Reed has played through 3, at the end of the tournament, whoever wins this, you're going to be like, man, it was so obvious. That is such a good golfer.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I do that every time. I'm like, because listen, they
get in a zone, and when they're playing at their best, I mean, it's lights out.
And here's your pick to click this week, because I have ridden this guy to Augusta so many times, and he has been so painfully close for me, as Justin Rose. I am in 5 pools plus to DraftKings. I don't have Rose in any of them.
He was a popular play. There were a lot of trends and angles on Rose. I told you yesterday I like Rose, but Dan, what is he, like 46 now?
Yeah, but he's already won this year. He won at Torrey Pines, and he says at age 46, whatever he is, he's hitting the ball further now than he's hit it in his entire life.
He's so good at this course.
He is. No, he has been painfully close.
Yeah.
I mean, in fact, in the playoff for Rory last year, and could have easily won that playoff.
Hey, he's got a fun pairing today: Rose, Spieth, and Koepka.
Yeah.
12-20.
Oh, that could be your winner. Could come out of that group.
Absolutely could. Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll get you updated on the Masters. Thanks to our friends at Hoover Toyota as we roll. But Patrick Reed is the early leader. Coverage all over the ESPN platforms today. CBS coming up this weekend. As we get to some college basketball, how much is it going to cost to rebuild the Auburn and Alabama rosters? With all these people in the portal, Jeff Goodman has some financial numbers he's gotten from college coaches, assistant coaches, and general managers. We'll talk about that in the next segment. Crane U bringing you part of the show today. They can make sure you're getting paid in the future with great crane work.
Our friends at Crane U want to make sure that you are getting the proper crane training out there. If you're looking for a new occupation, new career, need further training to advance your current one, friends at Crane U offer that comprehensive state-of-the-art, fully stocked training facilities for mobile cranes, overhead lifts, forklift training. When you call 855-CRANE-U, whether you talk to Francis or Nicole, make sure you mention the next round, 10% off all the great services. Make the job easier, job site safer. Crane U also offers certification, safety inspections to ensure the safest environment possible. Classes available monthly, so call or visit our friends at Crane U, 855-CRANE-U, or online, craneu.com.
And, of course, our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama, 10-plus great locations here in central Alabama. I mean, you got 10 of them. They're going to be really close to you, right? Convenient. Find out the closest one nearest you, urologycentersalabama.com, and start making sure you're staying on top of your health, guys. Prostate health, so important. Early detection will literally save your life as you move from your 20s to 30s, 30s to 40s. It's something you need to keep on front of mind, and our friends at UCA will help you. They also handle everything from prostate health to kidney stones, vasectomies, testosterone treatments, a whole list of things you can see at urologycentersalabama.com. And they've been doing it for over 70 years of compassionate service. 205-930-0920, urologycentersalabama.com.
Follow Dunaway on Twitter and Instagram at Jim Dunaway.
I'm attorney Alexander Shinar, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services being performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop. Rare quality, well-done service.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemp Hill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemp Hill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemp Hill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemp Hill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
The PGA Tour champions are coming back to Greystone. The region's tradition, presented by Coca-Cola, is bringing championship golf April 29th through May 3rd. Watch the game's biggest names battle it out for one of the most prestigious titles on the tour. Experience the atmosphere, the excitement, and a full week of entertainment. This is the week golf fans love. The region's tradition, presented by Coca-Cola, April 29th through May 3rd. Get your tickets now.
When you think of Birmingham, it's hardworking people that go out each and every day to provide for their families, and that's how we want our team and our play on the field. Join us April 18th as we take on the Orlando Storm. United we ride.
Ain't no party like a Dega party. The noise, the chaos, the will to survive. The biggest, boldest, brashest, fastest, and most intimidating track in all of NASCAR. Only one place calls that home. At Talladega, anything can happen. And at this super speedway, everything usually does.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Talladega Super Speedway, April 24th through the 26th. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Hour number 2 of the show now. We'll get the leaderboard update back. We're about to talk a little basketball, more college football to come on the show. This hour being brought to you in part by our buddy Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing. That man, I tell you, he works so hard. He and his sons, his wife, his daughters, all part of this family-owned business that is known as StormRestorationRoofing.com. Just a good heart. Really wants to take care of your home and your family. just like he takes care of his own family with 10 kids and deep-rooted right here in the area. It starts with just an unbelievable working relationship because Storm Restoration Roofing's been locally owned for over 20 years. So, I mean, you got a track record here. This isn't a new company or a fly-by-night, out-of-town company that knocks on your door when there's a storm in the area. Greg's been here. He's going to be here for a long time. When he retires, his sons will take over the company. That's just the kind of organization you get with Storm Restoration Roofing. So remember that name. It's in the name. He'll restore your home after storm damage. He does roof replacements when it ages out. But the first thing you need for him is a free, no-cost roof inspection. Free, no-cost roof inspection. He'll get up there and let you know what's going on your roof. And like a lot of our viewers have said over the years, oftentimes Greg comes down and says, hey, you're good for 3 or 4 years. Call me back in a couple of years. Let's take a look at it again. 205-542-3531. 205-542-3531. And if you're putting on your house on the market or you already have and want it to look better curb appeal, use this soft wash program. 205-542-3531 or Greg from Pell City on Facebook, Storm Restoration Roofing.com. One of the good guys out there right now. All right, before we get to our basketball conversation, I'd never liked the Dodgers, but I always loved this team because I could name the whole starting infield. Garvey at first, Ron Say at third, Bill Russell.
Yep.
At short, and Davey Lopes at second base. Davey Lopes passed away yesterday at age 80.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with one of our friends from Bud Light, and he's a big Dodger fan, and we were talking about that infield. And, great player. You know,
Yeager behind the plate?
Yeager was behind the plate. You know, when they won that World Series in 81, they split. It was Yeager and Mike Scioscia back and forth.
Yeah.
But Yeager behind the plate. You had Rick Monday in that outfield. You had Dusty Baker in the outfield.
Right field was Rick Monday. Dusty Baker was center field.
I can't remember the one other outfielder. Anyway, but Davey Lopes
was the 81?
Was a great player.
Yeah, 1981. Before you tell us, let me see if I can guess it.
Right.
I saw him for just a second.
I can't because, after that it was Pedro Guerrero, Ken Landreau.
No, I think it was Pedro Guerrero.
No,
that's who I see out there in left field.
That's who it is.
Was it 81?
Yeah.
Pedro Guerrero played in 98 games in right field. Dusty Baker left, Ken Landreau in center, and Pedro Guerrero in right. Who did you have in center?
Dusty Baker, Rick Monday was part of it. Maybe they were going
Monday
by
was
81.
not on that team. No, Baker was. Monday was not.
No, Monday was on that team.
Well, he wasn't the starter.
Okay, because he's the one that, against Montreal, he hit a home run on a Monday to put the Dodgers in the World Series.
He started.
Remember the headline? The headline? Monday.
Was it?
Yep. Monday.
He played 66 games, and Pedro Guerrero played 98. So Guerrero was the primary.
Yeah,
right
Guerrero, I think, won MVP in 85.
With that infield, Say, Russell, Lopes, and Garvey.
Great infield.
Were together from 1973 to 1981. Free agency didn't bounce around. I mean, it was a Dodger and Messersmith that started free agents, but free agents didn't bounce around as much back then.
So how old was Davey? 80?
80 years old.
Yeah.
80 years old. Won another World Series as first base coach with the Phillies back in 2008. So Davey Lopes, one of the greats from my childhood. All right, we go to college basketball now. Our college basketball look is brought to you by our friends at NASCAR. You're working fast right now to rebuild your roster because everybody's in the portal. We'll talk the price of that, but the price is good to go have a great weekend at Talladega. You can get your tickets at TalladagaSuperspeedway.com and pay a little bit more for that garage experience, the most immersive garage experience in NASCAR, where you actually get up close and personal in the garage bay viewing areas. In the NASCAR Cup Series garage, you can literally reach out and touch the car. They frown on that, but you could. Pre-race ceremonies, Victory Lane, the Mobile One Victory Lane. Races, doubleheader on Saturday. The big race, the Jacklings 500 on Sunday, April 26th. Get your tickets right now, TalladagaSuperspeedway.com. Obviously, everybody's in the portal. Obviously, everybody's got to do some work to rebuild this roster. The field of 68's Jeff Goodman threw out some numbers that I'm going to say it's hard to believe, but Jeff Goodman is about as good as it comes, and he talked to more than 10 high major head coaches, assistants, and general managers. All top 25 teams, he says, and all off the record, anonymous, but they gave them the numbers that they're seeing right now, early numbers in the portal. Now, people will clap back at Goodman saying you're a mouthpiece for the agents. The numbers aren't this high. Well, I'll give you one example. Wisconsin has a player that has hit the portal, and his asking price is $5 million right now. John Blackwell, 6'4" guard. 4 teams. See the logos? 4 teams in the mix. Michigan, Duke, Illinois, and Alabama.
Well, and you said he plays what position?
He's a 6'4" guard.
And Alabama's going to need what?
Guards.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to be. They're going to. I know Nate Oates probably with the NIL budget they've got, which is probably as good as it's going to get right now. Well, I shouldn't say as good as it's going to get. As good as it's ever been right now with Nate Oates, doing another contract extension. NIL commitment had to be part of that contract extension. They're going to have to pay something for a guard because right now they've got to go find some guards.
I think $5 million would have gotten you Axel Lindenberg last year.
Yeah, this is getting out of whack. Because we've got max deals in the NBA, and every now and then you'll get a guy and you're like, damn, how's this a max guy? That is max money for college basketball, and John Blackwell's not a max guy. He's very good.
Yep.
Very good. But, a dime a dozen, a 6'4" guard that can score, 15-plus points a game.
24/7 Sports is the one saying his asking price is $5 million. Goodman with the Field of 68 says for big men, this is why Aiden Sherrill's in the portal, the asking price right now is $4 to $5 million. For point guards, it's $3 to $4 million, and for the wings, it's $2.5 to $3 million. That's for a frontline starter, top 25 type team.
So I'm just asking, we are to the point now, or if you want to be really competitive, you need a $30 million roster as far as winning a national championship.
In college football?
In college basketball.
In college basketball.
Yeah, I really think it is $30 million now is about that number. I mean, based on these numbers.
But if I just got the best one from each of those categories, I'm spending $11-12 million
on 3 players.
On 3 players.
Yeah, on 3 players.
Yeah.
And you're trying to fill out an entire roster. So let me ask you, what do you think?
I think $30 million is too high of
It might
a number.
be. But I mean, we already heard Kentucky was $20 million.
Well, but I mean,
I think $20 million is the number.
Just do the math right there. Best of each of those categories, you're at $12 million, and you've got 3 players. I got to go pay 10 more players.
Just pay them $1 million each.
So if it's $1 million each,
you're not going to pay 10 more players that kind of number. You're really going to get to an 8-player, 9-player rotation. 8-player rotation.
Okay, 8-player rotation.
So you're going to pay 5 more players.
I don't know if anybody's going to take less than $1 million based on these numbers, but I just wanted to ask you guys, what do you think Michigan generated dollar-wise for winning the national championship?
I don't know. I don't know how to put a number on that because there's so many aspects of it. You got merchandise sales, which I'm sure will be significant. You've got
it's easier in football because football seems to also bring increase in tuition when you're good at football.
Yeah, the only reason I bring this up is does it get to a point where I don't know who set this market. It's other coaches and programs overpaying, and now we've gotten to this point.
That's capitalism. Exactly right.
Yeah, but are we going to get to a point where it doesn't make it dollars and cents? It doesn't make any sense that you've got X
Greg
going
Byrne
out.
on line 2. That was 3 years ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's crazy to think. And again, I don't want to diminish John Blackwell because he's a really good player, but $5 million?
Yeah.
I mean, $5 million, should be for one of the best players in college basketball or the best player.
Do you
in
have
college
his
basketball.
stats?
That's what A.J. DeBatsa got last year to play at BYU, right?
Yeah, $5 million.
Yeah.
Again, got you nothing.
I mean, these are great. I mean, 19 points.
What's he shoot for me on the arc?
5 boards and 2 assists. 38.9%. Good, solid 3-point shooter. So, I mean,
what do you
good,
think
solid
Yax got
player.
last year? $4 million?
No, I think
3
it's more
million?
than that. No.
You think it's more than $4 million?
I don't know if it was. I think 3 or 4 is about right.
I think it's more than that. I think he's probably 5 or 6. I mean, Jax was one of the best players in America.
I get it, but I think there was a hesitation. Like, this guy was at UAB back-to-back years when he was still good. Why didn't he come out the year before? And
let me ask you this. Do y'all think anybody paid more than Kentucky for a roster?
I doubt it, but maybe. I mean, Duke had to be close.
Duke had to be close. They didn't get like 2. It wasn't BOGO on Boozer twins.
Yeah.
They had to pay both of them.
Oh,
yeah, and they paid
it used to be in Little League.
I mean,
you remember in Little League, if you had twins, you only had to draft one brother and you got both of them?
I mean, you have to admit, for my age, occasionally. I mean, I'm not good for a long term, but I occasionally would throw out a 2 or 3 line.
But BOGO was good.
I'm good for 2 or 3 seconds.
I've heard. I mean, $22 million got you nothing with Kentucky. I mean, they
Overpaid for Diamante.
Yeah,
I think
was
I
good,
saw.
but I mean, they didn't have elite players.
No,
Like,
Oway was their best player, obviously.
Oh, I saw yesterday. I wonder if I saved this.
And then, as we talked about, as Jim looks that up, Diabate, I mean, literally, if you spent $5 million, and what do you have to show for that?
Nothing.
I mean, not a thing. An NCAA tournament berth, that's all you got to show for it. That's it. You were in the best league in America, and they were good in that league.
No, it was North Carolina. I saw yesterday that North Carolina paid over $20 million for their roster.
Yeah, I don't think Michigan paid
first round loss, and you lose your coach.
I don't think
got fired.
I mean, Michigan had an expensive roster, but not nearly as expensive. When you looked at the five guys that were all transfers, those weren't high end players outside of Yaks. And I'm with you. I think it was $3 or $4 million. I mean, if Michigan busted $15 million, I'd be a little surprised with that starting lineup. Now, if you went back now and restructured it and put a price point on these guys, completely different. But I'm just talking about last year, what Dusty May got out of the portal.
As Wolfan points out, if Yaks was only getting 3 or 4 out of Michigan, then Yaks was lying about what Kentucky offered him.
Right, which was...
Didn't he say 9 to 10?
Well, I think he said it was whatever I wanted, basically.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're ever going to know official numbers.
I don't know.
Very accurate
I mean,
numbers.
at some point, I do wonder if there's going to be a loophole that makes them available in the Freedom of Information Act, which they're not right now. Because I'm like you, I would just, I would just
they
like
become
to know.
employees, then
once they become employees, it should be a regulated number, and you'll have to know. I mean, they'll have to announce it because you'll have to show that this team is under the cap.
Yeah, but
now they're going to find money elsewhere. I get that.
In our state, Andy Kennedy chooses not to have hair. Nate Oates and Steve Pearl has pretty good hair. I would imagine trying to put these rosters together this time of year right now, when you have basically half of the available basketball players in the portal and people with the reach of Goodman putting out these numbers, and you hear from our guy Justin Hokanson at Auburn Live on 3 Sports that maybe Jokic hit the portal from Auburn because $2 million was his asking price. Give me that graphic again from Goodman, Forrester. $2 million. I mean, that slots him as some of the best in the business there. I mean, he's asking $2 million if that's a true number for Jokic.
Yeah, I mean, what are we talking about here?
I mean, can you imagine having to put together a roster with all this going on?
Well, what I can't imagine is, so Alabama, let's just say for purposes of this discussion, Alabama wants the Wisconsin guard, and he's at $5 million, and I am fighting those other teams to get him, but I've also got to have a backup plan that's probably $3 million, right? But I probably can't end up with both those guys because that's $8 million.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you manage this, right?
I saw somewhere there's like needs in the portal. I forget who did this. It may have been I can't remember who did it. One of the SEC sites. Needs in the portal. And for Alabama, for Auburn, it was like Inside Help. For Alabama, it was a true point guard and or true shooting guard and a true backup. And I was like, wait a second. There's really nobody on a roster right now anywhere. I mean,
everybody needs everything.
Other than Overton, who is recommitted to Auburn. I mean, I'm expecting a bunch of people in Tuscaloosa to be back, but I don't know. I don't know Amari's going to be back. I don't know London's going to be back 100%. I don't know Aiden Holloway's going to be back yet or not. I mean, these way too early top 25s, they're silly in football. They're absolutely insanity in basketball right now to put those out.
But here's the thing: if you're a high-end program that's shopping right now, Michigan just showed you don't necessarily have to return. And Indiana did it in football, but Michigan showed you don't have to necessarily return a roster. You can go buy a roster and win a national championship doing it.
Boy, I don't want to take anything away, but like the way he pieced that together, there was a little luck involved.
Yeah.
I mean, he obviously knew what he was doing.
By that, you mean you just hit on all 4 of those guys, basically?
And the way they played together.
Yeah, I mean,
Cadeau played his best basketball.
He never played like that at North Carolina.
No.
You weren't buying that.
Yeah, I mean, the same with Mara. Mara wasn't that type of player.
And he seemed to get better. I mean, he got better in the NCAA tournament. He seemed to get better as the year went on.
Yeah, I mean, UCLA, he just wasn't that impactful.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's some of this in football. I know it's exactly like this in football. And we talk about this at the end of football season, how hard it's got to be for the Courtney Morgans of the world in Tuscaloosa to piece back together a football roster. But it is almost blank slate every year in basketball. All right, who are going to be the 10 guys we're going to put in jerseys with 3 guys who shoot bow and arrows and throw up 3 goggles at the end? And we put in, and everybody cheers at the end of the game. So hats off to the guys who are working all watching the Masters out of one eye and recruiting out of the other right now, trying to put the basketball rosters back together. One more basket. Oh, by the way, before we move on from this, ESPN listed the top 40 players in the portal right now, and there's 4 million of them. Top 40. Jokic, not one of them. Not a top 40 guy from Auburn. Aiden Sherrill slots in at number 19 out of the 40 that's in the portal right now. 19.
So he's the 19th best player in the entire portal, which is like 1,800 guys now?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
That's pretty respectable.
I would agree. I mean, I think Aiden Sherrill was a good player for Alabama. How would you qualify him?
Even if he came back next year, I don't think he's an all-SEC guy.
No, but he's a big that can run the floor. He proved he can play a lot of minutes.
A big part of that team. I'm just saying, it's amazing that the money that he will demand, and he's not even an all-conference type guy.
Really, the only criticism you have of him, or the biggest criticism you have of him, is he doesn't have great hands. Like, Phylon a lot of times would serve one up and he'd fumble it or something like that. But, I guess he's among the who am I to argue, among the 20 best players in the portal? That's pretty remarkable.
Is Chenalou in the portal?
No.
Handlockton's the only one from there, right?
Okay. Condon, Chenalou.
Well, the big guy, Ryu, but he wasn't a factor for that.
If I was Chenalou, I'd get in the portal.
Why so?
Well, just to see what you can get.
Because they've already lost Handlockton, so you're like, well, now I've got the cards.
I mean, you're leveraging against Todd Golden in the program, but the way he eats glass, he's the best rebounder in college basketball.
So you would not be loyal to your program? It's business.
It's business, and your program's not going to necessarily. Here's what if I'm happy and my program is going to give me, in the same neighborhood type money. But if my program just thinks I'm going to come back after I produced last year at that number, not happening.
I'll ask it this way.
Well, you get a raise. Okay, so we were paying you 1.4 last year. We're going to pay you 2.4 this year.
Well, and then I would point to a guy like Aiden Sherrill, and what's he going to get?
Yeah, I know, but at that point, then you're impacting your team's roster by saying, okay, I'm getting $1 million raise, but I really want fair market value. Those are tough decisions.
No,
and
it's tricky.
I think most people, when they're fans and they're not the player, they're sitting there going, man, you got to. Look, we developed you. We're going to pay $1 million more. Isn't that enough? $2.4 million. But the reality is, I could get $3.4 million.
You know what Chenalou's agent probably tells him? If Todd Golden had gotten an offer from North Carolina, would he have shredded that offer or marched it right to the athletic director's desk? That's all you're doing.
But as fans, you don't expect people to do that.
You don't. But what would Todd Golden have done? You guys both know the answer. If North Carolina had ever said, we want you to be our coach, here's the offer, he wouldn't have dropped it in the shredder. He'd have handed it to the AD and said, let's talk.
I don't read books like Lance does now, but I know the book on Jimmy Sexton. Yes, they would take it. They would take that offer right in there.
Of course they would.
New York Butcher Shop. Did you get by there yesterday?
I did not. We had our Odie's.
Warm up the runway, then. You know he's going to be by there today.
Odie's trivia last night. We're going to be at Odie's today, so it's going to be tough because I might want some of that delicious Odie's food. But if not, it's either tonight or tomorrow night, 100%. I will be heading to the Highway 119 location right there in Greystone of the New York Butcher Shop, the original location in Cahaba Heights, the fresh meat, specialty items. Don't forget about those massive deli sandwiches for lunch or dinner. Great selection of fine wines and desserts as well. It's a one-stop dinner shop. Again, 2 locations. Get in, see Jim, that great staff of butchers. Rare quality, well-done service. It's the New York Butcher Shop.
And our Innisfree countdown to kickoff today, 142 days. Remember that number, guys. So next time I ask you, you'll know the number. 142 days. Oh, if this was like 1970s local TV, we could say, okay, 142 days is the Innisfree countdown to kickoff. Now, if we call you up later in the show, you know that number, and we'll pay your car note, your house note. 142 days, our Innisfree countdown. Your game day tradition is Innisfree Irish Pub in Tuscaloosa and Lakeview. Irish-inspired food, the signature Irish gold sauce. Always a world-class atmosphere, whatever time of day you're in there, whether it's lunch, late afternoon, the happy hour is tremendous. The nightlife is unbelievable. Midnight and afterwards, unbelievable. Lakeview and Tuscaloosa, world-renowned. Innisfree countdown to kickoff 142 days. Speaking of loyalty, Chris Lowe's tour rolled to Ohio State. Chris Lowe sits down with Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith tells Chris Lowe, I could have easily gotten over $10 million to transfer to another school this year.
I mean, I kind of believe that. I think he's that good, and I'm not going to be surprised, depending on.
Let's do a study. First team you thought of when I said that?
Texas.
I thought LSU.
Oh, yeah, them too.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. I mean, it's going to be hard to outbid Ohio State.
Yeah.
For him just to stay right there in Columbus. But I'll say, if there's a team that drafts number one that doesn't have a need at quarterback, good chance they would trade back. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jeremiah Smith's number one overall.
That's another good discussion right there. I mean, it's not an NCAA rule, by the way. It's an NFL rule on when players can enter the draft. But Jeremiah Smith, he probably should have been one and done.
I mean, Cornell Tate is going to go in the top 5 more than likely. I mean, Tate's a really good receiver, but he's not even close to Smith. I mean, Smith would be the best receiver in the draft, would have been the best receiver in the draft 2 years ago. So to your point, there's only a handful of these guys. Julio Jones was physically ready after his freshman year. Jeremiah Smith was physically ready.
I just said Texas because I knew they were after Cam Coleman, too, and I would imagine
that wouldn't be fair.
Oh, to have both of them?
Yeah,
I don't know that. Well, I guess you could. I don't think you could, actually. I don't think they would.
I mean, if you had Wingo, Cam Coleman, and Jeremiah Smith, I mean, I guess it would be old school Alabama.
Yeah, but
that's what Alabama had.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know that they would want to be on the same team because they're both going to want to be the alpha, right? And would you go to the same team? But the reason I thought of that was that they got Cam Coleman. I would imagine if you were in the Cam Coleman sweepstakes, you at least check Jeremiah Smith.
I wonder what the number is that Ohio State will end up paying him because he tells Chris Lowe he never thought about entering the portal. He heard some of the numbers that were being presented to his representation, but he never thought about it. I came to Ohio State for a reason. One of those was to win championships. They'd have one of those.
Back to, being able to leverage a little bit with Chinaloo. If you're Jeremiah Smith, and again, I don't know if I'm contradicting myself or not, but he's already making a lot of money. He knows that he is going to make generational money coming up. So he does have the luxury of being a little bit more, I can be team-oriented. I want to win another championship. I won one my freshman year. He's got a lot more options and flexibility than these other guys.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree with you. He's going to make a ton of money. So I think at some point he's actually got the luxury of saying, is it worth, I don't know, what do you think, $3 million right now? Extra million?
I would bet he's making $5 million. I think he's giving a hometown discount to Ohio State. He's going to make $5 million this year, and he left $5 million on the table.
My point was going to be, you could legitimately sit Jeremiah Smith down and say, you will be a beloved Ohio State player, and that means something.
He mentioned that to Chris Lowe. My legacy here is important to me.
You'll be a beloved Ohio State player, and you'll probably leave money on the table to do that, but do you know how much you're going to make in the NFL? If you go play the way you've been playing, you'll likely be a top 5 pick. You will make so much money in the NFL that you'll never again think about this $2 or $3 million you're going to leave on the table.
Already a national champion, right? They won with him there. Didn't win it this past year. So he's already iconic. Maybe if he wins one more, he's got a statue. Maybe he's a Heisman Trophy winner this year. Jeremiah Smith talking with Chris Lowe on 3 Sports, hanging around at Ohio State and turning down undisclosed which schools, but easily over $10 million. Maybe both LSU, Texas was in the bidding for Jeremiah Smith. By the way, Mississippi State and Missouri State are going to play football together in 2027. Brown, wake me up next time you get the next one, out-of-conference SEC announcement.
I remember we used to get them, and I'd get excited about them. I'm like, Notre Dame's going to play at Tennessee.
We were rolling through them for a while.
I know.
And now this replaces a home-and-home that Mississippi State had with Troy that was supposed to happen this year and next year. But the 9-game schedule kicked off one side of that Troy game and replacing it with Missouri State for next year. So they get out of a trip of having to play Mississippi State on the road at Troy.
That's a tricky game.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah, and especially on the road there. All right, when we come back, we will bring back our tiers from the first segment, and we'll put up our quarterback rankings and see if we draw any comparisons on how we tiered the teams and our QB ratings. A little scientific experiment there. 4 downs still to come, viewing menu still to come, all that on the show that's being brought to you today by our wonderful friend Alexander Shannara. Brownie, tell us about Alexander Shannara.
He is the trial attorney that can take care of any legal issue you have. Shannara.com. You don't pay a dime unless they win your case. Shannara.com. Now, you know by now that Alexander Shannara handles personal injury claims. That's well known. What you might be surprised about is that Alexander Shannara also handles bad drug and device claims, storm damage claims, workers' compensation, employment claims. He handles all of that. So basically, whatever your legal needs, start with Alexander Shannara at Shannara.com. Shannara.com. You don't pay a dime unless they win your case with our guy, Alexander Shannara.
And you have projects around the house. You're not a handyman. You don't want to do it yourself. You need to bring in the professionals. That is one man in the toolbox performing the handyman services for homes and commercial properties in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery, surrounding areas. They do the regular repairs and maintenance, also small project renovations and updates. They've got multiple technicians with different skill sets. They can tackle most any item in your home or business. Call for the free estimates, 205-823-2111. When you talk to Jessica, make sure you tell her the next round sent you. You're going to get a $25 discount for the first hour of service. For more information, onemaninatoolbox.com.
Follow LT on Twitter at @TheLanceTaylor.
I'm attorney Alexander Shannara, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services being performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop, rare quality, well-done service.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from The Next Round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off. Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie-cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness. Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
This spring, make it a week the whole family will remember. The Regions Tradition, presented by Coca-Cola, returns to Greystone for championship golf and family fun. Watch legendary players compete, enjoy activities for all ages, and experience the excitement on and off the course. Don't forget to stop by Hole 10 following play on Saturday for a live concert featuring Blues Traveler. This is a week you don't want to miss. April 29th through May 3rd. Get your tickets now.
When you think of Birmingham, it's hardworking people that go out each and every day to provide for their families, and that's how we want our team and our play on the field. Join us April 18th as we take on the Orlando Storm. United we ride.
Ain't no party like a Dega party. The noise, the chaos, the will to survive. The biggest, boldest, brashest, fastest, and most intimidating track in all of NASCAR. Only one place calls that home. At Talladega, anything can happen. And at this superspeedway, everything usually does. Hell yeah, boys! NASCAR weekend at Talladega Superspeedway, April 24th through the 26th. Get your tickets now at TalladagaSuperspeedway.com.
Hoover Toyota bringing us our leaderboard updates throughout the Masters, all the majors this year, in fact. Tell me, if you will, Brownie,
Yes.
who's on the leaderboard, and then LT will tell us about the folks at Hoover Toyota.
I will tell you, right at the top of the leaderboard is Kurt Kitayama. He has just fired a 3 under par, 33 on the front 9 at Augusta. Patrick Reed still holding at 3 under. He started birdie eagle and has parred all the holes since then as he plays on the 7th. Tommy Fleetwood, very popular pick this week at Augusta. This guy has been in the mix for a lot of majors, is yet to snag one. He is at 3 under par as he plays on the 6th. Jose Maria Olazabal, one of the more remarkable rounds of the day. This dude is 60, barely plays competitively anymore, and shot a 2 under 34 on the front, and is 2 under as he plays the 13th on Amen Corner right now. That's pretty remarkable.
So what happened to Mark Calcavecchia yesterday? He got kicked out off the grounds because he had a phone out there?
He was using his cell phone. Not a former champion, Calcavecchia is not, but a former PGA Tour player and still plays on the Champions Tour.
Former Open champion.
Yeah, won the British Open, Open champion in the 80s.
How embarrassing.
Yeah, it was caught using his cell phone and was asked to leave. And confirmed that to Golf Digest, I believe it was, or Golf Magazine, one of the two.
Golf.com on our screen right now.
Did not want to further go into the story, but did confirm that he was asked to leave.
So did he hassle him at all, or just?
I don't know. There are no reports that he did. He said, if I remember something to this, I don't have his exact words, but I don't blame them. It's a rule, and I broke the rule. I mean, he was diplomatic about it.
But I wonder why you would even risk that.
I don't know. I called a guy. It's a mutual friend of ours.
When you went, what did you do with your phone? You just leave it in your car?
No, you leave it in the car, yeah. A mutual friend of ours who I didn't call a whole lot, but he was playing Augusta one day, and I called him, not having no idea he was playing Augusta. He answers the phone. He goes, "Hello?" And I said his name, and he's like, "Hey, I am at Augusta. I just saw your call, and I dove in this bathroom to take it, but I cannot be using my phone here. I'll call you tomorrow." I was like, why would you even answer it? Don't risk
taking your call.
Taking my call at Augusta. If it's your wife, that's one thing, but don't risk it on me.
Tell us about Hoover Toyota.
Great place with incredible inventory, the on-site financing options. Stop in, see Harold, Kim, Scott, all the fine folks there. For more information, hoovertoyota.com.
Okay, I don't know what's real anymore.
The Calcavecchia story was real.
Okay.
Is the Vrabel Rossini real?
I'm leaning no, but I don't want to talk about it. We'll see, because I think it's going to end up being no, but we'll see. Brown, I'm in a wormhole about tunnels under Augusta National.
Oh, those are 100% true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's tunnels that get the food to the concession areas?
Yep. From an off-site. So there have been tunnels there for quite a while, and they have built more.
Yeah, like there's a new tunnel for players to arrive. Is that true?
That is true.
And then there's another tunnel for pimento cheese?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not really surprising. You think about Disney's been doing it for years.
Yeah. Disney has an elaborate tunnel system underneath the Magic Kingdom. So they built a new players. The locker room has always been in the actual clubhouse, but if you go to Augusta, the clubhouse complex is quite large. And they've continued to add on to it, and they built a new. It just shows you how much money they have. They built a world-class practice facility that only the Masters uses. Like, members don't use it when they're playing. It only gets used this 1 week of the year. But it's world-class. I'm no telling how many millions they paid to build that. At one end is the media center, and at the other end is the players, like a players area that only the players can access. And
there was some grief about being out in the open, moving from one to the other.
Yeah, the players were like, we're not bitching about this, and probably some of them really were, but it is a long way to go from the clubhouse to there. So Augusta said, okay, we'll just build a parking garage underneath it. So they go underneath it. They build a parking garage. So now the players park underneath this clubhouse, elevator up into the players' clubhouse there, and never see a soul. And they're right there at the practice facility, so that's all they have to do. I mean, it's just they don't the amount of money this organization has, and there's nothing that the players could ask for that they either won't or can't do.
That's right.
But yeah, they do have tunnels. This has been well known for a while. It
was the players' tunnel to the new practice area is the one I wanted you to get to.
Yeah. They've got that.
Yeah.
So that they don't have to enter out into the crowd. And yeah, the one that's the most famous, though, Tyler was surprised by this, is from their food distribution center. They have a tunnel system out to the concession stands, so that you
never see a cart or a four-wheeler that's hauling more pimento
like
cheese.
a bag of ice spilling out on the back.
That's right. You never have any of that.
You see all that at the tournaments.
But if you go and think about it, you're like, you know what? You're right. I never saw anything like that. Yep. I mean, it's just a wild experience. It really is. I mean, it is comparable to Disney.
Yeah, the one at Disney is to stop like Buzz Lightyear from showing up in the Western-themed area and stuff like that.
But
to keep the illusion going.
as committed as Disney is to that image, Augusta is equally committed to the image of we're not like everybody else. Everybody else would have a big cart full of sandwiches going to the concession stand. We're not going to do it that way.
Our friends at Michelson gets us to this conversation about our look into the future of SEC football. Tell us about Michelson Laser Vision.
Dr. Mark Michelson, Dr. Jen Michelson, best in the business. I got the procedure done back in 2003. Had the 2200 vision, was legally blind without the aid of contacts, wasted money each and every year for about a decade. On the contacts, make the phone call that I made. Very important to ask for Amy. Tell her the next round sent you. 205-969-8100. For more information, you can always go online, MichelsonLaserVision.com.
Okay, this is the new stallion sign, by the way. It's going to be this. I didn't like the horse movement I was having to do.
Yeah. I thought I had a Kentucky Derby commercial.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of looks if I keep trying to get you guys to do the stallion.
Make sure you catch the Kentucky Derby on NBC this week. The Stallions are back and ready to pack Protective. Get ready for hard-hitting football, high-energy excitement, and family fun at Protective Stadium. Join us for the home opener Saturday, April 18, 3 o'clock. Be one of the first 5,000 fans and receive a free Stallions t-shirt and Gucci Mane performing at halftime. Tickets are just $15. You can get them at UFLstallions.com, UFLstallions.com, where you can giddy up. I referenced the Gucci Mane situation yesterday with Pooh Shiesty, except I called him what, Tyler?
You called him Shy Poosty.
Shy Poosty. My apologies. My apologies to the entire Shiesty family for screwing that one up.
Which Scott and I determined is when a poop won't come out.
Oh, Shy Poosty. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. My apologies to the Shiesty family. Pooh Shiesty.
Back in the trailer part, we called that turtling.
I always heard it as prairie dogging.
I heard that too.
It makes my balls tingle.
All right now. Hey, boy, I got a lot of feedback on that one on just out and about and on social media. It is not as uncommon as this panel would indicate.
There's others of you out there.
Yeah, there are plenty of us who get that tingling behind your balls.
Y'all should put a support group together, Brown.
I mean, there's too many of us.
Or buy a sling underwear that hold those things in a sling for you. All right, let's pull back our tier. Let's bring up our tier rankings. Brooks had us do this for social media. It's out at Next Round Live combined. One show, one tier, but here's our individual breakdowns. Sort of memorize where you have everybody, right? Because quarterback play, you would say it's a quarterback's game, pretty important?
Pretty important.
Okay, I have not looked at our quarterback rankings, but we've all got Texas. The next line, we all have Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Texas A&M. Down at the bottom, Brown's got South Carolina. There's Auburn, Byrum Brown and company down on you guys on bowl bound, hopefully, exclamation point. Give us the quarterback ranking one if you can, Forrester. Let's see. Byrum Brown for you, Brown.
I probably have
five.
Him, five. I probably have him higher than just bowl bound.
LT has him the lowest at 7. I got him at 6. Texas, 1 for me. So you guys think Texas can win the league if Arch Manning is the second best quarterback in the league?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, Georgia won it last year with Gunner being the third, fourth best quarterback.
Brown, you think Texas A&M can make the playoffs if Marcel Reed is the 7th best quarterback in the league?
Brooks is going to have us do these all summer. If you're going to start pointing out all my contradictions,
No,
Jim.
I'm just saying it.
It would be hard, but, where do you think Marcel Reed was last year and they made the playoffs? Where would you have ranked him in the SEC at quarterbacks?
Yeah, about 6 or 7.
Okay. I mean, is that fair, Jim?
Oh, I've got him at 7, Brown, too. I'm just saying, it's hard for me to question myself when I'm questioning you.
No, but I
got him at 7 as well.
I am not arguing with you here. I am making the point that Lance just made. Let me quickly do this, please. Just as far as passing yards per game last year, Marcel Reed was 4th in the conference. I thought he was worse than that. He was 4th.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Ty Simpson. Okay, here you go. Ty Simpson was 7th in passing yards per game, and Alabama was in the playoffs.
You've got Lenore Sellers 6 in your quarterback ranking. LT has him 8. I've got him 9. We all have South Carolina down near the bottom of the league.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that kind of the highlight of the team coming into the season.
Yeah.
Now, he was 11th in yards per game this past season, but he's changed offensive coordinator.
Yeah. And there's one other thing I wanted to do. If you can bring our graphic, the whole group graphic back up. Forrester, thank you so much. And thank you, Brooks, for throwing these together. One team, I'm going to ask you to move one team that you think would help our rankings the most, that you think after seeing it out on paper that maybe we missed on the most. Do you have one that pops for you that you think we may have? One pops for me that I think we may have missed the most.
I kind of like ours. I mean, it's hard to say because look at our top 3 lines are almost identical.
Yeah.
I know, but the one that scares me the most, I think we may have missed on the most.
Oklahoma?
Is Tennessee.
Oh, interesting. Who's their quarterback?
And that's my point.
Yes.
And that's my point.
Yeah, I would say Oklahoma.
That we got too low or
I
too
really
high?
don't,
maybe
Lance.
too low.
You got too low. Okay.
I think they're going to start 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And that's that line right there. If they're 2 and 3, they're on the right line.
But I do think things will slow down a little bit for John Mateer, and if he's 100% healthy, I think he's going to have a much better year.
Brown, I give you a hard time for doing it, but pull up Tennessee's schedule.
I got it right here. I was already pulling it up, Jim. I was a step ahead of you.
I mean, they may have the easiest schedule in the world, and I may be wrong, but I have this feeling they could be one of those teams that ends up being 7-5.
Firm in week 1, so they're done with that. At Georgia Tech, that is a tricky game.
Boy, they need that one, don't they?
I mean, Lance, Georgia Tech slight favorite in that game? Saturday, September 12th in Atlanta?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Normally you've got a good point spread on these. I mean, it's Tennessee at Georgia Tech.
I think Tennessee. I mean, it's ACC, SEC.
Okay.
So I would say Tennessee right now, 4.5, 5.5.
Kennesaw, so maybe you're 3-0, but then you host Texas, and Texas will be favored in Neyland. You host Auburn, you'll be favored there at least. You're at Arkansas, you host Alabama, you're at South Carolina. So just before you get to your bye, you've already gone to Georgia Tech, you've hosted Texas, you've hosted Auburn, you've hosted Alabama. I mean, there's some losable games in that stretch.
Yeah, I mean, they could be underdogs in 4 games.
Yeah, and then you get past your bye, and after Kentucky, you've got to go to A&M and host LSU. And then at Vanderbilt, if you think Vanderbilt's not falling off, that's a tricky game.
And you got South Carolina. Don't forget them.
Well, I had them in the bottom.
On the road, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, that's an 8-4-ish schedule if I've seen one.
Well, that's about where we have them, 8-4. 7-5, 6-6 would put them in a different category. Just that one popped out to me with their quarterback question.
Here's one thing I'll say though: if you look at that game schedule, and here's a plus for Tennessee in that schedule.
2-2 with Auburn coming to town is scary for Tennessee.
It's on the table, but here's the plus for Tennessee for that schedule: the vast majority of your difficult games are at home. Texas is at home, Auburn is at home, Alabama is at home, and LSU is at home. Your most difficult road game, you got to go to A&M. But if I can play an SEC schedule, and I've only really got to play one of those games, a ranked team on the road, like I don't think Arkansas will be ranked when they play them on the road. South Carolina won't. Vanderbilt might, but it doesn't matter. There'll be more Tennessee fans at the game than Vanderbilt fans. So, I mean, you're going to probably play one ranked conference road game. That's a pretty good deal.
Tyler's got our 4 downs today. Before we get to 4 downs, LT, tell us about our great friend C. Stew and Gutter Cap.
Yeah, cap it, don't snap it. Rain will be here when? Is it coming ever?
I don't know. It's a dry spell right now.
Yeah, but when it does come, you want to make sure the gutters are clean and free-flowing. The answer is Gutter Cap. It's a patented aluminum cover system, fits over most existing gutters. Will keep all the debris out, only rainwater inside of the gutters. Cap it, don't snap it. Dirty, dangerous job. Don't want to get on the roof, slip, fall, snap, deck, and dye, no good to the wife or kids. 205-823-2212. He will come out, give you an absolutely free estimate. For more information, guttercapbirmingham.com.
The neck is what you will be stepping there. Okay. You don't want to step that other part either, though. That might also kill you.
Bad.
Yeah, I don't think I want to live with that one either.
It would tingle.
Yeah, it would.
Straight down.
That's going to more than tingle. And you were super excited about those gutters, too. When you found. All right, the 4 downs from Tyler coming at you, courtesy of Central Alabama Asphalt and Construction. When you're out and about on Birmingham and Alabama roadways and you see a major state, federal government, and municipal roadway project, you might be looking at a crew from Central Alabama Asphalt and Construction, and it also might make you think, well, they can't do my smaller job. That's where you could not be more incorrect. They've got an entire division for the asphalt projects, driveway, parking pad, parking lot for a community center, a church, a store, and it's the same exact crews, the same dedicated workers, the same no-excuse standards. For an estimate, 205-349-0910, 205-349-0910, or centralalabamaasphalt.com.
First down.
What's the best meal you've ever had at a theme park?
Oh, wow.
At a theme park?
Yeah.
It was at Epcot. I'm trying to remember
Mine
what it was
too.
now, but there was a dessert that was going on in. We were there. What is it? The Taste of the World. They have a festival every year. Taste of the World.
Yeah, it's like a world showcase or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So they have a kiosk, and each country has a special thing for that year, and it was a dessert in France, and it involved cream and strawberries, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
It may have been shortcake with strawberries and a nice cream on top of it. It was delicious.
There is mine is also at Epcot. I have heard the best meal at Epcot is the steakhouse that is in Canada.
Really?
But I've never been there. Yeah, I've heard that place is really, really good.
God, I think I went there and got fish. I'm kidding.
I'll take the chicken fingers.
I did eat in Canada one time.
Well, I mean, there are multiple restaurants in each nation, but I've heard the steakhouse in Canada is the best.
Hey, the Mexican food in the Mexico area,
I love it.
and the margarita was terrific.
That was mine. But I mean, it was just your typical ghetto Mex that you get around
Mexican
town.
food's good anywhere.
Yeah, but it's a cool atmosphere in there.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. And Epcot would be the better food, but like Disney's food overall sucks. And it's overpriced.
Everything's overpriced. There's a restaurant.
But your waffles in the shape of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I want. There's a restaurant in the Norwegian area. I can't ever say the name of it, but I've eaten there a couple times, and it's really good. Like traditional Norwegian food, which I didn't know was good. I really liked.
So how many times have you been to Epcot? I've only been twice.
Probably 4, maybe 5.
I'd
have to go look back.
I did do the Around the World. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yep,
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
around the
I've
world.
seen people doing it, and they're quite annoying.
Boy, it was, and I did it by myself.
Yeah.
And it was quite the battle, doing a drink in every country. It's quite expensive.
I've seen
too.
people nearing the end of their lap around the world, and they are the people that I kind of want them to fall in the water at Epcot. They are very annoying.
It was rough.
Yep.
Would never do it again.
And you were by yourself.
Well, I was with the family.
But you just took one drink everywhere you went.
Yeah, so like
they were with you as you walked.
Yeah,
around.
I mean they were like diving in and out, and I was just making sure. So I mean we were kind of together, but kind of doing that.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. It was my birthday. It was 10 years ago. 10 years ago,
Wow.
almost last week. Yeah, that's when I did it. Never do it again.
You learned your lesson, huh?
Yeah.
Right now, the best theme park food I've ever had was at Dollywood. They had pulled pork fries, and it was delicious.
So it's French fries with pulled pork and stuff on top.
Oh yeah.
Boy, I've never been to Dollywood, but I hear it's really good.
I went one
The
time.
food is legitimately good.
And I hear
Still
it's
open
clean.
or not?
Still open, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
I hear
that's
it's
surprising.
clean, well run, very friendly people. I've never heard anything but good things about Dollywood.
Was not a lot of people there the day I went, and that would have been the 80s.
Yeah, I would recommend going in the wintertime.
Is this cold?
Yeah, well, one, because it's cold, and also because it's too crowded there, and there's not enough big rides, so the lines get super long.
Hollywood Studios, right next to the Toy Story ride, Woody's Lunchbox has a brisket grilled cheese. This is good too, by the way. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Boy, I do not eat a lot in the theme parks. I will sample desserts.
Yeah, I always look forward to getting out of the theme park as quick as possible to go to a good meal.
Yeah.
Well, the place I'm going this weekend is supposed to have great food.
Six Flags?
No, not Six Flags. Their food is trash.
Where are you going?
The new Epic
Actually,
Universe park at Universal.
All right.
And the way they've done it, there's like a Super Nintendo land, a Universal Monsters land, and a few other ones. And they've the food is supposed to be legitimately good, like even compared to normal restaurants. So
Yeah, I remember, I think I've told this story when I lived in LA. I worked at Amazing Pictures, which was the Jurassic Park ride at Universal. And they had, the food right underneath us. I can never afford to eat there, but when I did, it sucked.
yeah, now that Universal park, I've been there. Their food sucks.
Yeah.
Second down.
Kristen Stewart turns 36 years old today. Elle Fanning turns 28. Better career.
Ooh. Elle Fanning is trending up. I think Kristen Stewart might be trending down a little bit.
Yeah,
Christian Bale is the one that did the Disney song and is married to the other former actor, right?
Dax Shepard. Yeah.
Kristen Stewart on the front end, but I think Elle Fanning will take her over.
Kristen Stewart is in what?
Yeah.
She was the girl in Twilight.
Yeah. And Elle Fanning is in what?
Trying to think of what you've seen. That
probably not what I've seen. Just give me
you haven't seen The Predator. You haven't seen Sentimental Value. Yeah. There's no way he's seen anything with Elle Fanning.
Yeah, all right. I am going to go Kristen Stewart blind.
But it's the little sister of PETA from Man on Fire.
She was in Complete Unknown with Timothée Chalamet, the Bob Dylan movie. But you don't like Bob Dylan.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, Kristen Stewart's had a lot more movement. I think she went from National League to American League.
Yeah.
Third down.
Dennis Quaid turns 72 today. So, favorite actor with a famous brother?
Favorite actor with a famous brother?
We talked Matt Damon earlier this week.
Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon.
I was about to say, who's Matt Damon's brother?
I was trying to figure out who his brother was.
Bill Murray.
You know who I thought?
Got a brother.
You know who I thought Jim thought Matt Damon's brother was Jesse Plemons.
Oh,
no,
Jesse
Plemons. Yeah.
That's his son.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know the answer.
I like Sylvester Stallone, and Frank Stallone has done some stuff.
Frank Stallone used to be on a panel for a TBS show, or no, True TV, called World's Dumbest. It was by The Smoking Gun, and he was on the panel of comedians along with Tanya Harding.
I mean, Charlie Sheen and Estevez, pretty good combo.
Yeah,
that was the first one I thought of.
Well, that's a tough one here.
What about the bald ones? There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, Alex the best of the bunch as far as acting, not even close, but he's going through a little controversy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott with a good pull. He brought up the Culkins.
Macaulay and Kieran. Yeah.
Huge star with Home Alone, and now Kieran Culkin's even.
Kieran's bigger than Macaulay.
He's bypassed him. That's what's crazy. Yeah.
I don't think Kieran, although he's got an Oscar, I don't know if he's ever going to get to the Kevin level, at least recognizable actors. But I
don't think so.
Macaulay's
Culture
not doing
is
anything right now.
Split now to have like a mega star like you had in the 80s and 90s.
The Wahlbergs too, maybe.
Yeah.
Donnie was on Blue Bloods for a while.
Fourth down.
All right. Favorite roller coaster or ride at a theme park?
Ooh, I'm not a ride guy at all.
This is easy. I'm going to go back to Epcot here, and Guardians of the Galaxy at Epcot is the best roller coaster ever invented. It is phenomenal. I'd ride it 30 times in a row and not complain once.
I like the, what is the Epcot where you go up and it does all the history of all the stuff?
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
That's the
You're
original.
just kind of cruising around.
Yeah, it's a really slow ride.
Yeah. And it's got they got the caveman in there.
Take an Eddie and just sit back and relax.
Take a nap. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy is the best roller coaster ever.
Is it crazy? Is it like intense?
It's so smooth. No, it is the opposite. It is intense. It's fast, but I just can't describe it to you. The way it rides on the tracks, it is so smooth, not the least bit jerky. It is terrific.
Well, Tyler, you're going to Universal, right?
Correct.
Tomorrow. That's why a theme with the questions.
Yeah, a little bit of a pattern here.
The Incredible Hulk at Universal is a great ride.
Yeah, that one is intense.
Awesome.
I've watched it from afar. Would never get on it.
I haven't done a lot of the rides. So whichever was they've gotten rid of, or they changed it now. The big splash one at Disney.
Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain, Thunder Mountain, whatever.
They rethemed that one to Princess and the Frog, but it's still pretty much the same ride. Disney's just trying to eliminate any evidence of the Song of the South ever existing.
So my daughter, every time we'd go, we loved that one. And part of it was what LT liked about the other one. It was a break to sit down for a while, and it was a smooth ride until the big drop at the end. Like, you didn't have to worry about anything when you're concerned about things. Big drops and afraid of heights until the very end. I knew it was coming, but for a long period, you're just like,
So would you rather do theme park 45 degrees or 95 degrees?
95 degrees, easy.
I mean, theme parks in heat, there is something bad about that.
No, my first time to Disney was in July. Luckily, the kids were small enough. We had that cart that both of them could get in, and it was fun. Enjoyed it. All right, that's 4 Downs today, brought to you by our friends at Central Alabama Asphalt. One more hour still to go here on the show, brought to you by our friends at Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. You see the logo behind us. Enjoy that as the heat heats up throughout the summer. This is the next round.
Follow Scott Forrester on Twitter at Scott Forrester TV.
I'm attorney Alexander Shinar, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
No representation is made that quality legal services being performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
Sterling and the fine folks at Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster want to welcome you in for a great lunch or dinner starting at 11 a.m. every day. Chicken that's brined overnight and cooked to order, and the taste of the Delta with those Delta recipe tamales. Champy's is perfect for all your tailgating needs this football season. You can also choose Champy's for your next party, wedding, or birthday. Great food, great people. Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster, and everything online at champyschicken.com.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from the next round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off. Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemp Hill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemp Hill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemp Hill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemp Hill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090. Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop, rare quality, well-done service.
This spring, make it a week the whole family will remember. The Regions Tradition, presented by Coca-Cola, returns to Greystone for championship golf and family fun. Watch legendary players compete, enjoy activities for all ages, and experience the excitement on and off the course. Don't forget to stop by Hole 10 following play on Saturday for a live concert featuring Blues Traveler. This is a week you don't want to miss. April 29th through May 3rd. Get your tickets now.
When you think of Birmingham, it's hardworking people that go out each and every day to provide for their families, and that's how we want our team and our play on the field. Join us April 18th as we take on the Orlando Storm. United we ride.
Ain't no party like a Dega party. The noise, the chaos, the will to survive. The biggest, boldest, brashest, fastest, and most intimidating track in all of NASCAR. Only one place calls that home. At Talladega, anything can happen. And at this super speedway, everything usually does.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Talladega Superspeedway, April 24th through the 26th. Get your tickets now at TalladagaSuperspeedway.com.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Another leaderboard update from our friends at Hoover Toyota in a second, but this hour of the show being brought to you by our friends at Champy's World Famous Fried Chicken, champyschicken.com. Highway 119 in Alabaster. You love golf, you love fried chicken. Why not swing by there today, tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday and enjoy the Masters on the TV while you enjoy the fried chicken that Sterling has brined overnight and cooked to order. He loves sports, man, and a lot of good sports folks are in there talking about college football all the time. It's a great happy hour location, but just tremendous, tremendous food. It starts with the food. Any restaurant can have a great atmosphere, great bar scene, all that, but it always starts with the food. If you got bad food, you don't have a good restaurant. He's got great food. Brined overnight, hand-cut chicken fingers, the best chicken fingers you're going to find, and those Mississippi Delta recipe tamales. If you've never liked tamales and you never tried the Mississippi Delta tamale, try these. It is so good. And you'll love tamales from now on, or at least the Champy's tamale. Highway 119 in Alabaster, champyschicken.com. Sterling, great guy down there enjoying that. We're getting ready for the NFL draft 2 weeks from tonight. Biggest risers, biggest fallers. Monroe Freeling of Georgia, this from CBS Sports, starting to get a lot of love. He's an offensive lineman. Some of these won't be interesting. What about this guy? Stock starting to drop a little bit. KC Concepcion, Texas A&M. He was rising, but this wide receiver depth is so the wide receiver draft. The depth is so big that Concepcion is starting to take on a little bit of water, guys.
Well, I mean, you start to look at the top. Makai Lemon. You look at Cornell Tate. We talked about could be a top 5, top 10 guy. Jordan Tyson, Denzel Boston. I think that's where you probably stop your first round guys. And then you start talking about the Concepcions and the Omar Coopers of the world. So, I mean, I'm not really surprised that he could drop out of the first round. I mean, you know, I don't know if there's any elite. I do think Makai Lemon's borderline elite. I don't know. We'll see. Jordan Tyson's got that kind of potential. I don't know if there is a Justin Jefferson in this class.
You don't have to take one early, too, because to your point, in the second or third round, you may be getting like production from the receivers because they're so deep. A riser Brown is a corner from Tennessee, Colton Hood. Everyone's starting to love this kid. Big guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny when you think Tennessee and the Josh Heupel era, the one thing you don't think about is defensive players, right? You start thinking about offensive players immediately. Interesting to see that a Tennessee guy, Colton Hood, is the one that is on the rise there because defense has not exactly been their strength. That you envision. I shouldn't say it hasn't been their strength. Obviously, they've just changed coordinators with Jim Knowles coming in, but it's not the first thing you think of with Tennessee and the Heupel era.
No, but Jermod McCoy, another Tennessee cornerback, probably will go before Hood. I mean, they're right there kind of hand in hand, but to your point, it's interesting that you're going to have two Tennessee cornerbacks. There is no way they fall past middle of the second round.
Yeah,
probably both first round
guys. Two guys that are probably top 50 picks.
Yeah, 2 weeks from tonight, they're talking about Hood maybe being the last pick of the first round with Seattle because that's a need for them, and McCoy won't be around.
Right.
And by the time you get to the 32nd pick. They say Caleb Downs has slipped a little bit down to where he may be right around the 10 mark or outside the top 10.
Here's one thing I've seen about him. A lot of people think he's the best overall player in this, or there are people that think he's the best overall player in this draft. That if you just rank as far as who's the best at their position, he's number one.
You could easily make that argument.
I agree 100% with you. But then in the next breath, they're like, okay, historically, give me the safety that once you've actually seen his career, you would have given a top 10 pick for that guy.
I mean, there's a couple. Ed
Reed, Troy Polamalu.
Yep.
Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
The kid from Washington until he died early was going to be that guy.
Sean.
But he wasn't a
Sean
safety.
Taylor.
He wasn't a safety.
Yeah, he was.
He was. Sean Taylor. But I don't even know if that's. I mean, yeah, maybe so. All right, so we just named 4, and they've been playing the NFL how long?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the problem with Caleb Downs is everybody's like, this may be the best player in the draft, but even if I get top 10 play out of him, I mean, that he's the 1% of the 1% of safeties in the history of the NFL.
They say there'll be a lot of pressure on Cincinnati to take the best player off of Ohio State.
Why?
Yeah, why would that even matter?
In the state, the fan base.
That's silly if you're thinking that way. That is.
I don't think they are, but you never know what Cincinnati's doing.
They do put Ty Simpson in the rising category right now, the fine folks at Bleacher Report. And they quote some stuff from ESPN as well. But on the rise is Ty Simpson. The gut feeling where he ends up falling.
Boy, this is so tricky.
I think he ends up falling anywhere from 25 to 32. I think he'll go in the first round, and I think somebody will probably circle back to get him.
And I think that's good for Ty because in that area of the draft, you're probably going to go to a franchise that's not rebuilding, a franchise that is already a playoff contender. And the whole reason they're drafting you there is they've got a upcoming need at quarterback. So you're going to get on the field pretty quickly.
I can't make this up. I saw a mock draft yesterday, and it was somebody that, has been doing this a while. They had him going number 3 overall to the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
I mean,
are you serious?
If you think he's the quarterback of the future, they're going to have to jump and get him.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you're in love with him, I mean, look, it's a roll of the dice to begin with. But if you're the Jets or the Cardinals and you love him, and you think he's going to be your franchise quarterback, then you take him.
If the Steelers take him, how quickly do you think he's starting for the Steelers? Next year? 2 years?
By the end of the year.
By the end of this year?
Yeah, probably
especially if there's no Aaron Rodgers.
Well, and that's the if. I mean, you don't know if there's Aaron Rodgers. Like if the Rams were – now the Rams have given up now that pick that a lot of people thought they would use to take him.
Yeah, but that was back in. Like if the Rams are in love with him, and I heard the Rams really like him, they could take him at 13.
How quick is he starting, do you think? I mean, Matt Stafford's got 2 years left?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on that.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to a good franchise, and you're on the field within 2 or 3 years.
That's why I would not want the Rams to roll the dice. Now, your Dolphins at 30.
See,
They project the Jets taking him at 16.
Well, I mean, then he's on the field right away in that situation.
No, well, yeah. I mean, it's –
you got Geno Smith, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's, right there with Cleveland, the worst quarterback room in the NFL.
Yep. So there you go. That's a little draft 2 weeks out. 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be doing it in Pittsburgh. The NFL draft on all the networks. Much more of that coming up. A leaderboard update brought to you by our friends at Hoover Toyota. Tell us about Hoover Toyota, LT.
Best inventory out there. The on-site finance department is fantastic. I'm speaking from experience. Have purchased multiple Toyotas over the last couple of years. Conveniently located Highway 150. For more information and to view their inventory, hoovertoyota.com.
Patrick Reed has made his second Eagle of the day. Boy, how often do you have 2 Eagles in one round? Patrick Reed says, well, I've done it today. He is at 5 under par now.
That is crazy.
I know. 2 Eagles on the front 9. He's eagled both par 5s. 5 under par as he plays the 9th right now, which gives him a 2-shot lead over Kirk Kitayama and Tommy Fleetwood and, Brian Campbell, who is off to a good start.
We're in a Calcutta, and most birdies, and somebody asked a question the other night, so Eagles don't count as – No, it's the most birdies throughout the tournament.
Oh.
That would suck if you had Patrick Reed
with
the heater that he's on. But him at 5 under through 8, it's going to be difficult for him to not be the leader after round 1.
It'll be tough. I don't know what the wind's supposed to do this afternoon, and that is a big factor.
It's definitely going to heat up about another 10 degrees.
Yeah, and that's fine. That only helps them. It's the wind that is the big factor here.
So you're in a Calcutta that doesn't give credit for the Eagle, or does it count as a birdie?
It does not count as a birdie. It's just straight up birdies. And then,
I would question the rule.
Yeah, I think I'd throw a flag on that.
Why? It's
Because
just birdies.
Eagles are better than birdies.
Yeah, but like
it should. I would say
it should count at least as a birdie.
If I were putting it together, I would have birdies and eagles in the same category.
Yeah.
Most birdies and eagles or something. That's the way I would have done it.
there is
birdies are better.
Yeah, birdies are better.
So
yeah.
a hole-in-one doesn't get you anything.
No, no. There's like if
It's
there's
got
only
its own separate category?
Yeah, own separate category.
Okay.
Albatross, hole in one. So it does.
Oh, I
have-
see why now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got a separate category, but the each round.
But the eagle doesn't
leader-
have a category.
Well, it defaults to the eagle if you don't have a hole in one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, because it's got to get there somehow.
Yeah,
but it's
'cause
just
they're-
birdies. But I mean, going in.
Yeah, it's true. But you're right. Patrick Reed has 1 birdie and 2 eagles. You know what you got credit for? 1 birdie.
Wow.
That's pretty tough on a guy that's 500.
No, it is.
Yeah.
That's our leaderboard update from our friends at Hoover Toyota. Masters round 1 underway. Perfect weather all weekend long. If Scotty Scheffler was to win this thing, betting favorite ahead, he would be the fastest to 3 Masters win than anybody else, period. No Tiger, no Jack, no Arnie.
Yeah, he's actually, I don't know that we ever thought we would see another player that had the trajectory of Tiger. Now, he's got a long way to go to stay on that trajectory, but he is actually, even with Tiger, every step of the way right now, Scotty Scheffler is. And,
Well, and you look at the world rankings. I mean, just like how big of a difference. I think Rahm's number 2 right now. The difference in Scheffler and Rahm.
oh, and
I know the world rankings are weird.
They're weird because of the live stuff. But when Jason Bourne was in studio, he was talking about how the gap between number 2 and number 1,000 was smaller than the gap between Tiger and number 2. And that's a remarkable stat. Scheffler's kind of in that territory right now. It's not quite to 1,000, but I think it's like 750 or something like that.
So here's my scenario question for you. And Lance, you answer it too, and I'll give an answer as well. Let's play a little like, there used to be a show called Name That Tune on television back in the 70s, maybe into the 80s too, where you would say, I can name that tune in 7 notes.
I remember that.
And then if I thought I could do it in 6 notes, I would say I can name that tune in 6 notes.
Sometimes they would get down to 2 notes and it'd be like, boop, boop.
Yep.
They rebooted that. It's still on.
Brown saw me on fire one night in a club.
I did.
How quick was
Lance
I?
was naming the 2 before the song started. He called it.
So we're on the 18th tee box at Augusta on Sunday with the full gallery and the CBS broadcast team. You've got the people that are in second place are in your group. Do you play threesome or twosome?
Twosome, unless there has been some seriously inclement weather.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the person that's in second place is in your playing group, Brown.
Okay.
Name that lead you've got to have to finish 18 and win the Masters.
That I would have to have?
That you personally would have to have. You're not getting handicap strokes or anything.
Okay, set it up again.
Okay. We're on the master tee box.
Yep.
It's Sunday. You're the leader.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who's in second place is your playing partner. You've got the gallery, you've got the TV cameras, you got the conditions, the course, and you're playing from their tee box. You're playing in the Masters. How big of a lead do you have to finish that hole and win the Masters? Name that tune.
Personally, for me, I think probably 10 strokes.
You need 10 strokes?
Yeah, I mean, because think about this. Let's just say that, and what is 18, a 4?
18 is a par 4, an extremely difficult par 4.
Yeah, let's just say that my playing partner is going to par it. I think I could do better than 14.
So give me
14.
Yeah.
You can putt it and do better than
Tyler,
14.
can you search an aerial?
No, and that's probably what I would do.
I'd
I'd
18 at Augusta, even if it's an animated one.
2 clubs. I'd have a 7-iron and a putter, and that's the way I would play it.
So just a couple questions here. Have I hit a shot all day, or am I coming on to the 18th tee?
Oh, no,
cold? I've played the whole round?
Yeah, well, I mean, in this hypothetical, you are the leader.
Yeah, so I've played.
Let's
so
just
I'm not
say
just
that-
coming in cold.
Yeah, you've played.
I would like to have at least the space to make a double bogey.
So you need at least
I'd like a 2-shot lead. That gets me in a playoff.
Yeah,
Double bogey
then
puts
you're
me in a
gonna lose in the
playoff.
playoff. So
boy,
you
I
need
would-
a 3-shot
I
lead.
need a
I would
3-shot
love
lead,
to
yeah.
have some money on that.
Yeah.
Because I would play the other side.
Even me, I'm a 15-3 right now handicap. I told myself I think I could do it with a 4-shot lead.
Now,
I'd like to have some money on that too. I don't feel confident I could do it with a 10-shot lead. I think with that gallery, with everything at stake.
If I hit it, Brown, 190 down the middle off the tee. If I get off the tee 190 down the middle, where am I going to be?
You're going to be in a place where you cannot even see the green.
That's okay.
So you're going to have to lay up again.
Well, that's no problem.
You're gonna
I got a 4-shot lead.
Super old man golf. You're going to be able to lay up, and you're probably, after your layup, you're going to have depending on how well you hit the layup, an 8-iron, 9-iron in.
Usually, my golf game would be 190 off the tee. If I hit it straight, I'm 190 off the tee. Let's say I hit the next one 140 down the middle.
Okay.
Okay, what's next?
So
am I in a trap? Is there water?
No,
Is there
no. I mean,
you're wedged.
You're wedged to the green, and you've got 6 shots to play with at that point, right?
But how many times is it going to take you to putt?
Well, that's
another thing. I'm giving myself 4 strokes to putt.
That's why I asked the question. Like, if I've been playing all day, now I know the speed of the greens, and I can handle that. If you just drop me in off the couch and hand me a club, I'm going to have to say I need to at least be able to make a quadruple bogey because I haven't putted, I haven't hit all day. That's going to be a different situation.
So my wedge, what distance are you giving me there? So basically, I'm 100 yards out is what you're telling me at that point?
You've hit 190 and 140 now?
190 and 140.
Yeah.
So I've gone.
So we're 330. You got about 100 yards left.
Okay.
110 yards left.
I'm 100 yards with at this point a 3-stroke, 2-stroke advantage over him. Could I get up and in the hole? You've seen me play, Brandon. Could I get 100 yards out, up and in the hole? 2 strokes better than Scheffler if he's going to par the hole.
From 100 yards?
Yeah.
So
how fun of a TV show would this be?
Oh, it would be amazing. All right. So
well, you say that.
Yeah.
Probably be tough to watch.
It'd be impossible.
Like if I was out there, people would be like, "This is bad TV."
So there's a friend of mine at his local golf course. Some of the better players are arguing that you could drop them at Augusta on Sunday, and they could break 100. I think they're incorrect.
Oh, I would say they're incorrect too.
And they were talking about with the course set up the way it's set up
from their tees, playing it just like the pros.
Just where Rory and Scheffler and all the other guys play it. With the crowds watching, with the TV on.
With TV and the crowd, I think our buddy Woody would give it a shot.
He's one of the best players I've ever played with.
Yeah.
And
I still think he'd get to 100.
I mean, I will point out that the guy that is currently ranked 77th in the world just shot a 44 on the front 9 this morning. And he's 77th best player in the world right now. And he shot a 44. Oh, you probably never heard of him. It's a guy named Aldrich Potgetter.
Yeah, no, I see. He's 10 over.
Yeah, he's 10
over.
But
I mean, Ryan Fox, I know, is 6 over through 13.
I haven't looked. Ryan Fox is a top 100 player in the world. I mean, we're talking top 100 players in the world.
Let me ask you this. Would they care if I drink Bud Light on the course? Because I would need something to calm my nerves.
I do believe it is frowned upon. You would probably need to gummy up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I get tested, right?
Which would be even better. Well, we're not going to test in this scenario.
Okay.
Yeah. I had another great TV show idea. Maybe it's not great.
Okay, go ahead. Well,
go ahead.
Does it contend to this?
Yeah.
Because
no, it doesn't.
A lot of pros have been asked this question, and you've heard this question before. You play against the players at Augusta, but you get to start on the green. Who wins? And a lot of the tour pros are like, I still think I could beat just a normal player starting on. They get to start on the greens.
Yeah.
And then the argument is you're at the furthest point from the hole.
But all you're doing is putting.
All you're doing is putting, and they're having to play the entire course. And tour pros are like, the average player they have got no idea how difficult those greens are. So I still think I could beat the average player.
Probably would average a 4-putt. So
yeah.
No, I think if you average a 4-putt,
you've done well.
You've done well.
Yeah. I mean, think about that.
There's a couple.
If you average a 4-putt, you shot even par.
You know this better than me, but
yeah, but they're still going to beat you. There's a good chance.
Yeah.
There's one that you probably are. Rays Creek, you're probably going to putt it into Rays Creek from where they're going to start.
There's a chance, yeah. Which now we've got a penalty stroke. I mean, that's a legitimate argument that tour pros have been asking. Tour pros are like, yeah, I really think I could beat a guy, just a normal golfer, if he only starts on the greens.
See, that would be a fun TV show one night.
Would be, yeah.
But I do think there would be some situations where you're going to luck up and you're going to hole one, or at least you're going to get 1 and 2.
I'm pretty lucky putting. Like sometimes I will hit. They're like, wow, I never would have played it out there, and it rolled right to the hole. I'm like,
Yeah, I had it red.
I had it red the whole time.
Yeah.
I counted it rolling off and hitting that pine cone right back onto the green.
What was your other TV show idea?
The other TV show idea, before we get to our viewing menu, brought to you by our friends at Hemp Hill. Tell us about Hemp Hill, LT.
205-229-2090. Again, we're going to be kissing 90 degrees, at least where we originate out of, in the Birmingham area this weekend. You need to make sure that AC unit is keeping up with this changing weather. Our friends at Hemp Hill Services, the name Birmingham has trusted since 1954, can help you out with it. 205-229-2090. Call Adam, Chad, Andrew, the guys there. Tell them the next round sent you. For more information, hemphillservices.com.
One of my favorite people I play golf with, Philip, listens to our show every day. Business owner, just bought some property down in Auburn for his daughter, but they've got to clear the property, and they've got to build a home for her to live in while she's in vet school. A barn dominium is what they're going to build.
And good for her.
And I was like,
here's Jim's idea. To a business owner that can afford it. A business owner.
And by the way, the worst business mind I've ever been around in my life.
Business owner that's got enough money to buy property.
No. We were laughing about this on the golf course because they know me. I mean, I spend more time with them than I do even with you guys because we play golf all the time. We go out of town to Vegas. We just spent 6 nights in Vegas together, and I forget what hole we're on, but I looked at him. I said, "You know what'd be good." Because he's going to do some of the work on the barn dominium himself. He's one of those kind of guys. Right. He can drive a tractor. He can drive a crane. He can build things. He's a man. I said, what would be a really good show is that we got local, Home Depot, Lowe's to donate all the material, everything we need. And then I have to draw up the blueprints. I have to.
That is intriguing. I agree.
I have to cut the wood. I have to do all the sheet. I have to do the electrical. I have to do it all. And then we do one of those big reveals where we got the bus and no, show them the home. Yeah. And they all started talking about the leaning outhouse. I know. Which would look better, the outhouse or Dunaway's home.
I don't think you get to that point, though.
That's terrific. It's so you have an actual pro design it, and then they deliver, okay, here's the exact amount of materials you need.
Yep.
Plus 10%. We'll give you 10% error on every set of materials, right? So here's the exact, or whatever percentage you want is normal. Here's the exact amount of materials you need. Now, you've got to go.
Now, keep in mind, in my house,
here's the photo.
My wife is so talented that when she changes out chandeliers or light fixtures in our house, she is man enough to go to the fuse box, know which part of the electricity to shut off, takes off a light fixture, rewires it and hooks up a new light fixture or lighting and puts it back in and goes and turns the fuse box on. That's my wife. She can do that. Me, on the other hand, cannot do that. I can't. I mean, I have broken a light bulb changing it one time to where you have to, at that point, turn off the fuse box and get a pair of pliers out to get the little metal thing out.
Potato.
Yeah, potato, you can use that too.
I did not use that.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of person you're dealing with. I think it'd be a fascinating show.
No, I agree with you 100%. And then one episode is they come in and inspect it, see how many code violations
maybe all of them.
Yeah, it's like we can't even count the code violations.
Alabama Power finally looks up the electricity and things start smoking.
Yes.
You couldn't finish the project.
Yeah.
I think if you were building a crib, you could build a crib and miss a couple of parts, and that would look a little rough with the instructions, but something that complicated.
No, it'd be like you'd run through your wood, and you're like, we don't even have the framing built yet.
You haven't even topped out yet.
I'm out of lumber. I don't know what to do.
No, better would be people that are terrible at business to pitch their best business idea and then have to run that company to see how long it would last.
Yeah, we give you $8 million. How long will it last?
Isn't that what Shark Tank is?
No, Shark Tank is you pitch your idea and they decide if they want to invest.
But most of them are bad ideas.
There's been some good ones on there. There's been some ones that they passed on that succeeded.
Yeah, they seem to hit my my Instagram roll all the time.
Yeah, and then
this guy missed out.
And then there's the one where the old farmer had the idea of putting the thing around the bottom of the trees, and they are telling him he's not charging enough. He's like, y'all don't understand, man. Farmers we don't have that kind of money. And it's real emotional. And then one of them's like, I'll tell you what, man, you love farming. You love America. I'm going to invest with you.
Yeah. I've got the boomstick. Put it in the nose.
Oh, that one killed, didn't it?
Well, no, they tried to get it, but the guy wouldn't give up 40% equity, so he kept it. But I think they're doing pretty well.
Yeah,
with
I think it is killed.
Yeah.
The Ring doorbell people went on there, and
they've done
passed.
How would they
passed on
pass
that?
on
They
that?
didn't invest.
Seems like such a good idea.
Yeah,
Turns
it
out
really
that
does.
worked out pretty good for them.
Yeah, they're
Probably
okay.
the best product that's ever come from that show.
Yeah.
Michelson Laser Vision brings
Oh, yeah,
us our
Scott brings up a good point. Scrub Daddy came from that show.
What is Scrub Daddy?
It's the little smiley face sponge-looking thing.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh.
sits by your kitchen sink, right, to get things.
Magic
stains and stuff
eraser.
off?
Know all about that.
They've made a fortune.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Our
Your
friends
wife knows what Scrub Daddy is.
Our friends at Michelson gets us to our viewing menu, other things that are better than my TV show ideas, brought to you by Michelson, Lance.
205-969-8100, the number I called back in 2003. Dr. Mark Michelson, first to perform the LASIK procedure in the state of Alabama in 1995. Make the phone call that I made. Ask for Amy. Tell her the next round sent you. 205-969-8100 or michelsonlaservision.com.
New release in theaters tonight. It's a Japanese horror film called Exit 8. A man trapped in an endless sterile subway passageway sets out to find Exit 8. The rules of his quest are simple. Do not overlook anything out of the ordinary. If you discover an anomaly, turn back immediately. If you don't, carry on. Then leave from Exit 8. But even a single oversight will send him back to the beginning. Will he ever reach his goal and escape this infinite corridor?
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, that's confusing, too.
I'll tell you what I hate about Japanese horror films is that after I see one, I'm not scared for 15 or 20 more minutes afterwards.
Chinese food, not Japanese food.
Yeah, Japanese horror typically avoids like the big jump scares that we see in American horror, and it focuses on like the atmosphere, just trying to unsettle you and creep you out for as long as possible. So I may see that. And then other than that, I've got a triple feature planned for tonight at home. First up on Tubi and also available on rental from Prime. It's a Creature from the Black Lagoon, the original. Next,
Well, you've been themed today. You wore the sweatshirt for that. You're going to an amusement park. That was the 4 Downs. You've invested wardrobe and 4 Downs into a theme today.
Yeah, I've had this hoodie for a while. I'd probably wear it at least once a week.
Are you snacking with Black Lagoon snacks back there or anything?
I am not. I don't have any snacks back here, unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt that. Tell us where it is again.
It's on Tubi and also available for rental on Prime. Then there's also 2 more movies in that series available on YouTube Movies. You've got Revenge of the Creature, where scientists capture the gill man and transport him from the Amazon to a Florida oceanarium to observe him and use him as an attraction. But the creature manages to escape. And that film's actually notable for being the first on-screen appearance of Clint Eastwood.
Oh, that's
Oh, wow.
It turned out he did well.
Of all time.
Yeah, what year was that? 60?
It was like, it might have been mid-50s.
Wow.
Let me see. Revenge of the Creature was 1955.
Wow. Clint's still with us, too.
Yep. Still trying to work. He released a movie maybe 2 years ago. And then finally, also available on YouTube Movies, The Creature Walks Among Us, where scientists capture the gill man in the Florida Everglades, and after he is severely burned, surgically transform him into a primarily air-breathing, human-like creature. Forced to live on land in California, the tragic monster ultimately revolts against his captors.
Shape of Water was influenced by Creature.
Yes, so Guillermo del Toro wanted to make a Creature of the Black Lagoon remake for years, was begging Universal to let him do it. Something was in the works for a while, and so he got cracking on the script. Plans fell through, and then he said, you know what, I'm just going to take this script and kind of retool it to make Shape of Water. So you can also watch Shape of Water if you want to see a more modern Creature of the Black Lagoon.
How bad would they hate Shape of Water?
Yeah, y'all would not like Shape of Water.
That's one of those, the sound of the movies. Like, I'm not going to watch that.
Look at that shot right here with Rory McIlroy real quick. Sorry, I just needed them to see this.
Okay.
Another good TV show is having me hit that shot, and everybody has to stay where they are, that gallery.
Yeah, they give you like an 8-foot wide gap in the gallery, and Dunaway's got to play through them. Of course, Rory hits it to like, for a minute. it was
There's
like
the greens. It just shows you exactly.
Yeah.
Like a great shot.
But I know how many people I would kill if that was the day.
Yeah.
Because I can hit some low line screamers that never go exactly where I think it's going to go.
You got to pay the crowd for that one because somebody's leaving in a body bag.
That would be worse. What was the the Squid Game show.
Oh, yeah.
That would be worse than Squid Games. I'd be dropping more people than Squid Games did.
That way hitting through the crowd.
Or that would be another one that you have professional golfers and you get paid money to be one of the targets out there where you're running around and they're trying to hit you.
Yeah. From like 300, from their tee box and you're in the landing area.
Or they're just getting low irons and just trying to.
And if they miss, you get money. If they hit, they get money.
You could put some kind of a catching device on top of a helmet. And
they got to catch
and they try to catch the,
drive. What would a DeChambeau drive to if you were 100 yards out?
100, that's not that bad.
And it hits you in the back of the head.
Oh, well, yeah, that's going to hurt if it hits you in the back of the head. But I mean, if you're like 10 feet in front of it, it could kill you easily.
Didn't Koepka take a lady's eye out?
Ooh, I don't remember that.
Am I wrong on that?
I mean, if a golf ball hits you in the eye.
We were doing a show together. I thought that he hit a girl in the gallery and she lost her eye.
Oh, that's terrible.
It was a young girl, too.
How do y'all not remember this?
I don't know. I may have flushed it. I mean, that's a sad story, Lance.
I mean, I'm just saying that's part of being in the gallery, right?
I usually forget things if Brown doesn't bring it up 5 or 6 times over the years. I don't remember that. I remember the girl getting hit behind first base.
Here we go. 2018 Ryder Cup. Koepka hit a specter, Corrine Remonade, in the eye with a tee shot on the 6th hole. Incident resulted in spectator suffering an exploded eyeball and a fractured eye socket, leading to the permanent loss of sight in her right eye.
Oh my gosh.
Heavens. I do not remember that at all.
Yeah.
Exploded eyeball? Is that a clinical term?
I mean, Koepka hits it a long way, and imagine the ball going straight at the eye.
Oh. It's awful.
What is it like to get? Have you ever been hit in the fairway, Brown?
Yeah, I've been hit by a golf ball. I mean, but mine was at very, very long distance, and
that's what I'm asking. If you're over 200 yards out,
I mean, it's going to sting a little bit. If it hits you in the head, my balls did not tingle. If it hits you in the head, it's going to be a different ball game. But I've seen guys get hit in the head and they stay at the event. So
I made a mistake at
Stan White didn't.
No.
Ballantrae at 10, and I was leading off our group, and I thought the guys had driven off, and I thought they were out of my range anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit probably the longest drive I've ever hit there before, and it rolled in front of them.
They yell back, hey, they give you that?
They did give me that, and I rode up and apologized to them after I hit.
Well, I told that story. I almost hit a guy on number 9 at Vestavia Country Club. It's a drivable 4, and I didn't think I could reach it, and I almost hit the guy on the green. And 2 holes later, I went to apologize, and one of the guys in the group goes, hey, you're Ryan Brown from the next round.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Not only did I almost lose a human, we probably lost an audience.
Do you think
you need to play through, Brownie?
The guy that said, I'll whip your old ass, did you think he knew who you were?
Up at Timberline?
Yeah.
I don't think he did. He may have found out afterwards. They may have told him when he got to the pro shop or something.
You threatened to whip.
Yeah. Because he looked like he'd been there before. All right. When we come back, we'll get to trash. The show being brought to you by our friends at NASCAR. Another place I've almost had my ass whooped before. Over at Talladega Super Speedway. You can get out there, TalladegaSuperspeedway.com, and enjoy the people watching. That's what you get with the world's fastest speedway, one of the world's best crowds. Get out there, pop a cold Bud Light, sit back, people watch, and then get ready for the great Jack Links 500 on Sunday, April 26th. Buy your tickets right now, TalladegaSuperspeedway.com. Unpredictable all-star drivers. It's so fun. 877-GO-TO-DEGA, TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
I'm attorney Alexander Shinar, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services being performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
Sterling and the fine folks at Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster want to welcome you in for a great lunch or dinner starting at 11 a.m. every day. Chicken that's brined overnight and cooked to order, and the taste of the Delta with those Delta recipe tamales. Champy's is perfect for all your tailgating needs this football season. You can also choose Champy's for your next party, wedding, or birthday. Great food, great people. Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster, and everything online at champyschicken.com.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit UrologyCentersAlabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemp Hill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemp Hill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemp Hill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemp Hill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090. Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on the Next Round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at the Next Round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000. Hey, Lance Taylor from the Next Round to tell you about one of our favorite places for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is Hamburger Heaven since 1982. Hamburger Heaven has been serving Birmingham's best hamburgers, cheeseburgers, French fries, hand-spun milkshakes, and sandwiches made fresh to order. All of their ingredients are fresh and prepared daily. This includes their beef, always fresh, never frozen, hand-pattied each and every day. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, visit any of the 4 locations, Highway 280, Irondale, Gardendale, and Homewood.
This spring, make it a week the whole family will remember. The Regions Tradition, presented by Coca-Cola, returns to Greystone for championship golf and family fun. Watch legendary players compete, enjoy activities for all ages, and experience the excitement on and off the course. Don't forget to stop by Hole 10 following play on Saturday for a live concert featuring Blues Traveler. This is a week you don't want to miss. April 29th through May 3rd. Get your tickets now.
When you think of Birmingham, it's hardworking people that go out each and every day to provide for their families, and that's how we want our team and our play on the field. Join us April 18th as we take on the Orlando Storm. United we ride.
Ain't no party like a Dega party. The noise, the chaos, the will to survive. The biggest, boldest, brashest, fastest, and most intimidating track in all of NASCAR. Only one place calls that home. At Talladega, anything can happen. And at this super speedway, everything usually does.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Talladega Super Speedway, April 24th through the 26th. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
Back with you on the Next Round. Before we hear from our friends at Johnston RV or get another leaderboard update, I did want to bring up just the dumbest thing you'll ever see in sports. I think I sent this to Forrester. Forrester, did I send you the guy who got the tattoo after the season? I was looking up his name earlier. Oh, yeah, here we go.
I can't help you with the pronunciation, but yes, I have it.
It's Nebraska forward Berke Bayutonka Tunsal. I don't even know.
I nailed it.
Yeah.
Scott couldn't help you with that.
Yeah, I think it's Berke is the first name. No chance of saying the last name. He played up forward at Nebraska, got a tattoo 28-7, marking the historic season Nebraska had, including winning their first ever NCAA tournament game. 28-7, April 7th, new tattoo. April 8th, he entered the transfer portal.
I would think, though,
you get a tattoo for the historical season, and then you hit the portal.
Yeah. It's like, getting the tattoo of your girlfriend's name or your girlfriend getting the tattoo of the boyfriend's name. I know you've got some tattoo experience, but Tyler, you're working on your Jason, getting rid of the Jason on the leg. 28-7 would be easy to bury with something, right?
Let me see the tattoo.
Oh, it's just numbers. Easy to remove.
Yeah.
Easy to remove.
So you don't even have to remove it. You can get that covered.
Yeah. Works out good. Just thought that was interesting. I get a tattoo because it was such a special season. Oh, by the way, I'm going to transfer the next day. 18.3 million people watch Michigan and UConn. Most watched national championship game since 2019.
Yeah, that's going to become... this was widely regarded as, I'm not going to say it was a bad NCAA tournament because it was enjoyable, but it didn't have the hallmarks of some of the past NCAA tournaments, i.e. Cinderella pulling an upset.
I mean, you're
you had
right.
one.
You take out the Mullen shot against Duke.
Yeah,
I mean, early on, you had a couple of fun games the first couple of rounds, but it didn't have the signature moments.
Was it the Kentucky-Santa Clara game where you essentially almost had two buzzer beaters right there back to back?
Hit the one at the buzzer.
Yeah, when you
still can't believe it went in.
But really, I mean, you didn't have that many great moments. Yet the TV ratings are going to be tremendous on this thing. So a lot of people are going to point at it and say, see, this thing survives even without that. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need the great moments.
Thought that was really interesting. JohnsonRVCenter.com, JohnsonRVCenter.com. Brandy, tell us about those great folks getting ready for spring and summer.
They are. Fifth Wheels in the month of April. You see one right there on your screen if you're watching us. That's what they're pushing right now at Johnston RV Centers. They've got a great selection of fifth wheels. From the best-selling Arctic Wolf line to the luxurious Riverstone, and they've all got that lifetime warranty when you buy them new. From RV Warranty Forever. You're not looking for a fifth wheel? What about more than almost 300 RVs new and pre-owned for sale right now? And banks are offering some special financing rates in the month of April. So you need to get out to Johnston RV Center and find out more about that. You get the special financing in the month of April. Now you've got it ready to go for May, June, and July when you get in these summer months. But right now, fifth wheel is the big thing at Johnston RV Center. I-65 exit 304 in Coleman, 334 in Decatur, and always online, JohnstonRVCenter.com.
But you guys have sharded, right?
I have, yes, absolutely. Every man's done
that could be it.
I think you're reading way too much into this.
LT's Trash is presented by Bud Light.
Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And a quick reminder, we will be at Odie's Tavern, the newer location in Edgewood, right there on Broadway in Homewood, 4 o'clock. Just settling in for round one of the Masters. We start first?
I view our show this afternoon. You guys can help me here. I think it's just kind of like a watch-along. Like, if you want to have the Masters on, we'll be watching it at Odie's and probably just commenting on stuff we're seeing there and having fun with it.
We'll just have a casual, literally.
Yeah, just a casual conversation.
I think some people like our show because they feel like it is, guys sitting around talking sports.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we'll be doing.
So we can just kind of do a Masters watch-along and just comment on it, almost what we were doing there earlier. And Jim will have great TV show ideas based out of the Masters. What if I had to hit a bunker shot over a shark? That's your next TV idea. That was a TV idea.
Yeah.
Bunker shot.
It's called Jumping the Shark. You were about to say that?
Tyler, you beat him to it.
89-year-old woman going viral in China after she took to climbing down her building because she had accidentally locked herself in a bedroom.
Yeah. That's
how is this possible?
It's not.
Now, if you've ever accidentally locked yourself out of your house, work office, or even your car, you'll know how annoying it can be to get back inside. Yeah, quick story. I was out of town last week, and I had somebody come over and dog sit. It was the first time she'd ever come over to dog sit. And literally, she had been there 10 minutes. She had, this is according to her, she told us the story last night, had gotten in her pajamas, had taken chili and bullet out back, and she locked herself out without her cell phone.
Wow.
And so it's pitch dark. She can't figure out a way to get my gate open. She scales a privacy fence.
Oh, no.
And finds the first neighbor she can get a hold of. This particular neighbor, 2 doors up, didn't have my number, so they called another neighbor who fortunately had my number, had to call me, and we had to get a secondary key. So this stuff does happen. I don't know if you guys have ever been locked out of a house.
I guess not a safe. I mean, I cannot believe that this is real, though. First of all,
no, this is.
I mean, why is that your?
Yeah, there's no way I'm risking it for that.
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't believe 89-year-old woman from Beijing decided to start climbing down the outside of her building. Went from the 27th floor to the 21st floor.
I mean,
she doesn't have balls, so it wasn't tingling, and she obviously doesn't give a shit. I mean. I don't believe this.
I don't
believe it. It was
it.
reported by the South China Morning Post, MSN, as well as about 3 other sources.
Yeah.
I've been checking.
Like, she wouldn't have the core strength to be able to. I don't care if she's the.
Says you.
the most supernatural 89-year-old out there. I don't believe this.
Well, it kind of looks like. What she's holding into, it almost looks like wooden slats, so she can kind of just step down.
Yeah, I mean, that is helpful, but still.
Yeah, but just stay locked in the bedroom, right? Yell out the window, throw a chair out the window.
Yeah, I would have chosen any of those options.
She's fine. Fire department helped her to safety. I mean, I think it's probably a 30-year-old that knows how to climb that's dressed up like an old woman.
Yes.
I mean, that would be more believable
For the
to me.
views.
He's going Mrs. Doubtfire on you here.
It's really like one of these.
The whole time?
I mean, if she falls and hits, is it just dust?
Yes.
Florida man has gone viral after sharing his recipe for green iguana, the invasive species causing damage across state, encouraging residents to turn the pest into a meal. Now, I know we did this before with the iguana tacos, right?
Yeah, this guy's making iguana and waffles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, the video shared by Complex shows this gentleman, Ryan, preparing the iguana meat in a Waffle House parking lot. He explained his marinade, saying, quote, soak the iguana legs for 24 hours, buttermilk, pickle juice, and some seasonings. One point, a Waffle House employee came outside to see what he was doing, was shocked. He asked Ryan if he was going to eat the dish. Officials often encourage consuming invasive species as a way to control populations.
I'm just going to say, I know we always joke about the taste like chicken. I'm going to say iguana probably tastes a lot like chicken.
Yeah, but I'm a simpleton. Why not just eat chicken?
Exactly. Because you're not looking for YouTube views.
But there's no way, like,
Instagram views.
Mentally, you're going to think it's as good if you know you're eating an iguana, right?
Yeah. Leave the claw on it, too, so it looks better for your
That's right.
Your socials.
Shows up better in the algorithm. I ate a gator tail one time, and I swear, I mean, like, I could not tell the difference.
And I wonder sometimes, I've had gator a couple of times, if it's really gator.
I am with you on that.
Yeah.
Like
Sometimes
that gator,
it's chicken.
That gator tail I just assumed was a big chicken finger, to be honest with you. I was in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. I'll never forget it. And they were serving gator on a stick, and it was fried gator. I was like, I've never had gator. And I got it, and I'm like,
You still haven't.
I cannot tell the difference. This could have been a chicken finger, and I just overpaid for it.
I've had gator jerky down in New Orleans.
And?
They sell it everywhere.
Tastes like beef jerky, probably, right?
Tastes like spicy chicken jerky.
Okay, there you go. That's probably what you're eating.
I mean, that claw, like, I can't pick around the claw.
Negative.
I can't do it, man.
I mean, that is a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
I would bet this tastes better than frog legs, though. Have you ever had frog
I've
legs?
had frog legs. Used to get them at Top of the River back in the day.
Tastes a little creaky.
Top of the River sold frog legs?
They did when I was a kid over in Anniston. Jim, it was almost like greasy chicken.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Way too greasy.
Yeah, greasy chicken is what frog legs were.
I mean, that wasn't part of the Riverboat special.
It
tastes like the creek used to smell.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, it does.
Ever been by a creek and smelled the creek?
Doesn't sound appealing.
It's not. It's not great.
TikTok users in Los Angeles going viral for a bizarre new trend where they run into Scientology buildings to see how far they can get before being stopped and thrown out. I walked past a couple this past year. It's got like a really eerie feeling, and it does seem really guarded. This is a really stupid challenge.
Whoa!
Yeah, there's a lot of content relating to Scientology on YouTube that is really entertaining. Like people trying to see how far they can advance in the church without paying them. And apparently you can get pretty far.
This kid just completely disrespecting everything internally about that. Now the challenge, quickly dubbed the Scientology Run, with users trying to one-up each other after one viral clip claimed the show the deepest recorded run. One of the most viral videos has over 35 million views in a week. I would assume this is coming from the curiosity of what it looks like on the inside. See if, is it Xenomorph or is it Xena? Xenu, yeah. See if you can get a shot at Xenu.
Yeah.
On the inside.
Gotta see where they're keeping all the human souls.
Yeah. I don't know what it looks like on the inside. I don't know how I would describe that.
It looks to be like we're at a national museum in Washington, D.C.
I'm kind of with you on that. Or a courthouse. It kind of has a courthouse feel to it.
The button-up vest is a big look for the workers in there.
Yeah.
It looks like a bank mixed with a library.
Yeah. Front desk. We caught the front desk asleep, though. They weren't.
He laid that one woman.
Yeah, it ran right past the front desk.
And this page right here does not do a great job of trying to stop him.
Yeah, not real dedicated, right?
Come on, dude. Got to put him into the wall at that point.
Hey, fella, you don't need to be in here.
Don't want to mess my pants up.
I mean, whoever did the first one was a little daring because you really don't know what you're going to get into. Like, I mean, they could have.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know what's in there.
Guy disappears, never comes out.
Reported cases of the Church of Scientology stalking people, hiring private investigators on people who criticize them, and even holding people captive.
Wow.
No bueno. The White Sox.
Hey,
Forster, we've got them in trash.
Scott's team's in trash?
What do we do now?
They unveiled their new food and beverage offerings for the upcoming season during a special preview event at Rate Field. Now, from the Campfire Milkshake 2.0 to a lineup of the Chicago regional craft beers, Levy Restaurants providing a wide range of local and team-inspired menu items in select areas around the ballpark. I will say I went to Rate Park one time. It was actually a 4th of July.
Well,
not long ago.
I hate it. I hate the name of that park.
I do too. Every time somebody says it, I hear it.
Jim, it used to be guaranteed rate.
Yeah, I will take that, Tyler. Or Brooks, I'm sorry.
Rate Park, I'm always like, listen, you can have concession stand food if you want, but no means no.
Now, here is a look at some of the items. The All-Star Chicago lineup, sampler-sized platter of Vienna Chicago-style hot dog.
Yes,
the
please.
Charred kielbasa with caramelized onion and mustard. The Italian beef with the sweet peppers, and the Garrett Stadium buttery popcorn.
Do y'all like the Garrett Chicago, or not necessarily Garrett, that's the big brand up there, the Chicago mix?
I mean, it's a good flavor. It's just a lot.
Very messy. I do like the mix. I like when it's caramel and butter. I don't like the cheese.
Yeah, caramel and cheese is what I think they officially call the Chicago mix.
I like caramel and normal, but it's usually pretty blah if you get it pre-bagged like that. I like it when it's freshly cooked.
Yeah, I've gotten it from the actual, like the Garrett place up there, like fresh.
Where you actually see them.
Yeah, and they dip it out, and it is good, but I like the caramel so much better than the cheese.
Yeah, my fly back from Vegas, I had a couple-hour layover, so I bought a bag to munch on.
You think you could finish that platter?
No.
That's a lot, right?
That's a lot of food.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that because of all the junk on the dogs.
And by the way, Tyler will attack his 9 and 9. So we get to see you drink 9 beers next week.
You'll see me attempt it.
So you're trying it next week?
Yep.
All right.
I can't wait. The Campfire Milkshake 2.0.
Oh, it's like s'mores.
I bet it's got a good flavor.
Yeah. It used to be good at the one.
I don't know efficiently how they could have this marshmallow on top if they sell a lot of these.
Yeah, that's going to take a minute to make. You don't want to be in line behind the person that orders.
You just got to have the ready to go.
The torch thing.
The Rainbow Bubble Waffle, vanilla ice cream, gummy bears, nerd clusters, and sprinkles.
Ooh. I mean, this is the White Sox. There can't be that long a line.
That's a good point. Well, they sell 2 of these a game.
Okay, Rays fan.
We have 15,000 at our home opener.
We had double that.
Ooh.
We'll have 15,000 back in August.
The next is the Bridgeport. Is it the
Taqueria?
Barbacoa, the chicken tinga, the mushroom al pastor street tacos, chopped onion, cilantro, crispy tortilla chips.
I can't have the chicken tinga anymore after Brown's conversation yesterday.
Those look good. Not really baseball food, but
no.
Comes with a lotte, too.
How about Rosie's Barbecue? House smoked pulled pork sliders with coleslaw and crispy onions, kettle chips, and 3-cheese macaroni and cheese.
I don't know if I trust Chicago to get barbecue right.
Yeah. I mean, those would be delicious around here, but how messy would that be?
Do y'all really think the barbecue scene is that good here?
Oh, yeah.
I think Sweet Baby Ray's is based out of Chicago.
Oh, is it now? Well,
I mean, you don't think a lot of stockyards up there, a lot of brisket.
Yeah. You don't think the barbecue scene's good in Alabama?
I was talking about like right here in the Metro Birmingham area.
It just depends.
It's kind of the epicenter of Alabama.
I think it's good in some places and not so good in others. They're not all good. No.
Well, after the show, somebody asked me, they were in town, where's the best barbecue place? So tell me afterwards.
I will have to tell you.
And there's one place that I really like that you and I had a meeting, and I will never go back there in my life.
Well, I think if it's where I think it is, I think it's the most overrated thing I've ever tasted in my life.
There's one place I like around
where we had
here.
a meeting with, and the guy was real.
He's a dick.
Yeah.
Complete
But do you
dick.
like that place?
I do like that place.
Outside of that?
Yeah, I do like it.
I haven't had it since then.
Yeah, I haven't either, so maybe it's gotten worse. I don't know if you know the place I'm talking about.
Well, I don't want to say it on the air, but
I'll just give you a hint.
There's one place close to here that I really like, but Jim will never go back.
Yeah, I was in there the other day.
Oh.
Is that the place you were talking about?
No.
What do you think of that place?
As far as the actual barbecue goes,
The guy is a CO.
It may be it may be the best barbecue around, as far as the actual taste of it all and consistency of it all.
Yeah, this guy.
I would.
Wild West, he would have got shot on spot.
If you ask me best barbecue place, I would honestly, I'd have to say, well, you tell me what you want to order, because there's some place where I would say ribs, they're the best there. Turkey is the best there. Pork is the best there.
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody's got the trifecta.
No, I think you can be correct on all that.
Yeah.
We've got the Tonkatsu dog. Tonkatsu. I need to defer to you for all the Asian flavor. I'm sure you've seen this in a movie. The Vienna beef hot dog, the panko, the kipai mayo. I got some of this in Hawaii. It was very good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's their big go-to. And the teriyaki sauce and bonito flakes. Looks like a lot.
That is a lot.
The 2-bagger smash burger.
What?
Half-pound beef patty, Vienna beef sausage, guacamole, grilled jalapenos, and the aioli slaw.
Maybe the only double you see in that stadium all day.
Man, that looks awful. The burger, though, right?
It does. Did they burn it?
It's the worst photo of anything I've ever seen.
I know.
Very dry looking.
How dry does that look?
And that was the best looking photo of that burger.
Yeah.
It almost
I
looks
went
like
through a few of them.
It almost looks like fried chicken.
Yeah, that's
or
awful.
if you do like ground beef in a pan and you've got the remnants that are left over, it's just like the really burnt part on the outside.
It looks like country fried hamburger.
Yeah, that's bad.
Packed it together and then put a cow tongue on the top.
Yeah.
And then finally the Southside Supreme. It's a pizza topped with sausage, Italian beef, peppers, onions. Shaped like a plate.
Yeah. Kind of looks burned too, honestly.
Yeah, it really does.
I don't know. They were cooking this stuff too long. That's their problem.
That's our friends at the White Sox and their new offerings. A lot of them this season. There in Chicago. Any leftovers from last year? Any holdovers? So it's all new material.
Hey, they've got great food.
My God, it was 20 new items. That's pressure to be the concession person there.
All their
20 new items we're gonna have this year?
I'm telling you, man, their beer selection was fantastic.
All their food
at rate.
That's our friends at Champy's Chicken. They brought you this final hour of the show. Go by and see Sterling and the crew. He doesn't burn his food down there. Champy'sChicken.com. It's brined overnight, cooked to order. Always comes out perfect and piping hot, juicy down to the bone. Some of you are going to jump in your car, your truck tomorrow and start driving to the beach. Or maybe you're coming back and you're stuck in traffic right around the Alabaster exit. Go ahead and get off that Alabaster exit and go by and see Sterling and our crew down there at Champy's Chicken, Highway 119, just right off the interstate. You will love every second of it. We're back with you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Time. Don't forget this afternoon, we're at Odie's in Edgewood, right there in Homewood, the newer location for our specialty Masters show. Set your alert. We should be starting around 4 o'clock and watching the Masters with you. Until next time, God bless you and God bless America.